with some Genshin. I am just playing a bit of catch up here. All right, we're launching game. Dude, they are some. I like the Zhao one too, dude. The Zhao one looks pretty dope. Like I'm a pretty big fan of that one too. Look at the way. Like it was crazy because Zhao grew on me as a character in Genshin. I think for me, Zhao was not necessarily like my like favorite character. Man, like after the last Lantern, right? Not this one, I think, but the one before we had like the Zhao and Zhongli and the whole Gaming interaction. I was like, yo, shout out to Zhao, man. He is like truly character development is like 10 out of 10 for him. 10 out of 10. But alrighty, guys, we're gonna find out what happens with Archon Quest. Shine, thank you for reminding me of that because I definitely, not gonna lie, was like, yo, I want to stream this, but I want to make sure I can get through it. So I think tonight, how long was that Archon Quest? Is it like a 4 hour or 5 hour quest? Somebody said it was like pretty long. So oh wait, how we did switch? Okay, I was like concerned. Yeah, somebody told me it was a pretty long quest. So let's see. Let us see. Yo, praise the Lord, church. James in the house. Hey, what's going on, man? What is up? How's your night going? I know our times are like flipped, so it's, or sorry, no, morning. Sorry, it's night here, so it is morning there for you. So our times are like completely flipped, man. How's your morning going? Since service, gotcha. Oh wow, very cool, very cool. How was service today? We have events. We have an event here. Interesting. Anecdotes. Test runs done. The Archon Quest. I am curious. So, like, with being, like, obviously like, over across seas, how, what was like the adjustment for you? Like, especially like, I guess like even like Sundays, like, did you find it was like drastically different when you guys got there and started like getting acclimated to like the culture and services, or was it something you guys were pretty much like already researching, already I don't know, like like just you had exposure, so you kind of weren't like as culture shocked, so to speak. Gonna be looking for most of the stream. I'm super exhausted from work. Oh, gotcha. Oh, thank you so much, Dodgers. I appreciate you just lurking and putting me in the background. Hopefully, it can be some good sounds and some good convo in the background that you can hear. But I hope you get some rest as well. Whoop. Something popped up here. Hey, alrighty. So I think we're gonna try and do tonight. I completely forgot we got this. I don't know what character to put this on. So tonight, what do I have? I have 5 condensed resins, so I probably do need to use these. Okay. Where are my battle pass things at in Genshin? Definitely some adjustments, but I studied the culture a bit before coming, so I wasn't shocked. Okay, gotcha. That's cool though. That's cool that you guys kind of already like were studying. You're already studying the culture, so it wasn't like a complete shock. So that is cool. Very nice. Very cool. And dude, that's definitely like a very big transition, I'd imagine, just from like day-to-day life. I mean, even like the time zone. I am curious, dude. So with like even the time zone flop, how long did it take you to get adjusted to like even just a different time zone? Because like it is literally flip-flopped from here. I had a friend that I heard when he went to, I think it was Japan, because his fiance, they're not married, but like when he went over, um it was like a complete shift for him when he got back, because they think he spent like a month there, and then he came back and his whole like sleep cycle was like wrecked. So he had to take like some time to acclimate when he came back here. So I could only imagine like going there, living there. I'm curious about like that like body change and like adjusting to the time clock there as well. It's like, man, oof. I also don't know, what do we need to do in this cycle? Okay. I think I'm gonna... What are we gonna... What do we need? I feel like we do need still some slightly better artifacts for Skirk, so I think I'm gonna try and do this. We're gonna try and get that. And then... let's try this here.
Yes, you are.
Did we get him? We did get him. Very cool. So today is Saturday. Wait, I do want to see, can I get the rest of Skirk's materials today for this? We already have this max level. Oh, we don't even need these. These are what we need. I wonder. Let's go here. Let us go here. And let's go this way. Whoa. Ow.
Things are about to get dicey. Paradigm shift.
Oh my goodness. Man, Skirk feels so strong, man.
Merciless.
Alright. We got that. Let's go down here. I'm still like trying to find out if I need to still fine tune. Oh wow, we already.
Up to the freezer.
I feel like I got very fortunate in my
This was new.
farming of her domain. Like for the most part, eventually the artifacts kind of worked out. Yo, Belly, peace by Payton. Hello guys, welcome in. Hope all is well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hope everybody is doing well, feeling well tonight, or in the day, you know, depending on where you're at, daytime, nighttime, evening, afternoon. Yeah, dude, for my Skirk, initially when I was doing that domain, man, I was like not getting good artifacts at all. It was like probably the last week, I'd say, of farming for Skirk or so, I started to get good artifacts. This was like the first piece I got, and I was like, yo, this is actually pretty decent. I wish it had more like attack percent replaced for the defense. And all the feather was pretty good. I kind of want to get a better sands. And I'd like, I think, a cryo damage piece instead of the attack percent. I don't know. I have a cryo damage piece, but I'm like, eh. I kind of want to get a better one. And kind of same with the headpiece, low-key. But then, I feel like with where her stats are, by the time you add the 15% crit rate boost, like I almost feel like I'd be overcapping in crit if I got any more crits. So I'm like, eh. Yeah, man, playing some Genshin. It's night for me, and it says, yep, it is night for me as well. It is 11:01 p.m. I'm not really a Genshin fan. My brother he's asleep. Happy to stop by. I'm gonna have to go. Alrighty, man. Thank you so much, Peyton, for hanging out. Yeah, man. If anytime I'm gonna hang out, I play Genshin and Wua, and just sometimes I just make some other content too. So yeah, man. But thank you so much for hopping in the stream and stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate it. We are here. Reach the target location. Alright. Let us do that here. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I definitely want to be more of like a family. I'm more of a family-friendly streamer. You know, so that is definitely what I aim to be. That is my goal. So yeah, man. If your brother wants to hang out anytime, you know, definitely feel free to have him come over. I appreciate that. Thank you. We got this. So I think we only need one more daily, but I think I'm not going to do the daily. I think what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go and try to do more artifact domain runs for Skirt and see if we can get a some better pieces here. Let us quick start. And... Alrighty. Let's do this.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Merciless. Into the void.
Wow. That was wild. How quick she just defeated. Oh, wow.
Merciless.
That was wild how quick that happened. 20 seconds? I think... Oh man, I keep forgetting they added this feature where we can actually use... Yes, we technically don't have to condense. I mean, like, I guess it does make sense to condense the resin, so if you have a day when you can't really play, you can just condense the resin. So, you know what? That makes sense. I am actually very excited for the new game mode. That is something I am looking forward to trying. I think it comes out this coming Wednesday, right? Wednesday or Thursday, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. Try more same Mawika. Oh geez. Yes, it's Mawika versus Skirkman. That is gonna be a tough decision to make. I'd say
Gotcha.
oh my goodness. To ZZZ. That is a great question. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to play ZZ, man. Between Wuwa and Genshin, I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of stuck between these two with the amount of content they're dropping recently. I do want to play some ZZZ before the update for 2.0 is over because I do want to claim some of the free characters and that kind of stuff. So I do need to like pick a day to just log in and do some stuff there. Yo, Brandon, I feel you completely. I think one of the main reasons why I pulled for Skirk is because I already had the characters to already kind of like would technically be her best team. I would say like Mavwika though, if you have like a Shalonen, Sitlali, like it makes 100% sense to just get Mawika. But I think if you have say like you know, Escoffier and Farina, then it probably makes some sense there. I'm doing some Japanese zoning stream. Ooh, in a couple days, probably talk about the transition more details. We got here. What helped me is we had a midnight. Oh, interesting. Okay, that is so interesting. Yeah, dude, I will definitely need to tune. Let me know, dude. I'm gonna plan to tune into that stream because I do want to hear that, man. That sounds really like a really, really interesting like conversation to hear, man. I will plan to be there. See, Grant trying to. Yeah, Shine. I am hoping to get, if I have enough like saved pulls, I will probably try to get Sitlali because I think she's another cryo character that's pretty good to have, especially with Mawika. She's a good character to pair with. Fang of the Mountain King. Okay, yes, if you have Fang of the Mountain King, Brandon, then I think that kind of works on Mawika, sort of. I think it's a good stat stick. It's very similar stat-wise to her weapon. I think she doesn't necessarily get the passive, because I think the passive is for the burning reaction? I could be wrong.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted. Fearless. Paradigm shift.
Jeez. 15 seconds is wild. She'll be in, yeah, I think she's I heard 5.8 was what she'll be in. Crit rate, but yikes. Yeah, we did not get much of anything this time around. Interesting. I'm seeing things about the new character Enefa. I'm seeing a lot about her.
Gotcha. merciless. Another star goes out.
Wow. So much damage. This is wild. Yeah, dude. Skirk is... if you have the team for Skirk, man, like, Skirk is a very, very strong character. I'd say that Skirk is probably second only to probably Malwika. In my opinion. And I'd say on my account, I think my Skirk is actually better because I don't have like everything I need for Malwika to be at her height. I'm missing Sitlali. So like if I were to get Sitlali, I would definitely probably have probably 2 strong damage dealers. And honestly, they'd run 2 different teams. Like this is literally Skirk's team. And I think for Malwika. Oh, wait. Did I want to use this? Yeah. Do I want to use a transient? Yeah, we'll use transient here. Why not? We could save this. I don't know of a character that would use this, but we'll save that, actually. And we're gonna leave. But I think if I can... Sitlali is probably the next character I'm going to target. I'm kind of conflicted because I would like to try to go for Emily, but I'm like, I feel like we can live without Emily in our team. Like, Kanicha's already, for me, plenty strong, so I'm like, it's kind of... like, would be nice, but not dire, I feel like. But yeah, we'll see if we can save enough pulls. I'm hoping between now and then we can save enough for Sitlali. I probably am not going to go for a weapon. I'll probably forego Sitlali's weapon as well. I think we're just going to condense our resin again. I feel like that's probably the best thing to do. Without Escoffier, that is a great question. So I have seen people talk about Skirk without Escoffier, and I think she's still plenty strong. So let me check something here for you. Let's just do a quick comparison. If we... Yep, and that's the thing. I use Nahida instead of Emily, and the team still feels pretty good. Definitely. Yes, Infernus. So it depends, I think, on the team. I think Skirk of her own is very strong. You will notice, I think, a fall off in damage without Escoffier. But if you have, say, Farina, I think like a Farina Yelan, or even Farina Singcho and like another Cryo could work. You know, you could probably be using something like a Sitlali. You could honestly use Layla. I don't think Layla would be bad. You could also try Diona, although it's like iffy. You know, I think Diona, if you're going to run it with Farina to have some healing. But that would be my thought there. Shenhe also. Yeah, Sitlali Farina. So that makes sense. I would say Sitlali Farina, and then you probably want another healer to kind of help with Farina's HP drain. So if you have Sitlali Farina, probably if you have another Hydro that heals, like
Where do we come from? And
you could
where
use
are we going?
Kokomi as one. Are there any Barbara actually could be a 4-star Hydro healer? I mean, she doesn't like regen HP that much as good as the other ones, but Barbara. You could try Barbara. Is in almost every team. Yeah, Farina, that's the weird thing, right? You kind of want your Farina in a lot of teams. Although I think for me right now, when I think about the teams that I use right now, like my main team, so this Skirk team for me is a main team. Like this Nahida team, usually I find myself using Zhongli, or Navia team, sorry. So like, I feel like my teams of late have actually been pretty self-reliant. Like this is my Navia team. This is a team I use for Claran. I can also substitute like Traveler here. This team I'm hoping to get Sitlali in. So I mean, like, really, I find my Farina nowadays is like, I don't know, it's weird. My Farina on my account I can dedicate to the Skirk team and be perfectly fine. It's kind of wild. Yes, Charlotte is another good healer. That is true. That is very true. So Charlotte could be somebody if you have to put in the team. That would definitely work. Skirk, Dahlia, Candace, and Layla. Dahlia, Candace, Layla. So you have double shields going on there. So you have with Dahlia and Layla. Mona. Mona's also actually another decent choice from what I've seen, what people say. Because of like the front-loaded damage that Mona can give based on Skirk's burst playstyle. Mona's actually not a bad choice either. I would say the Dahlia Layla team and the Candace team, you kind of have like two shielders and a counter character. I would say you probably want to replace like either Dahlia or Layla for sure. I would say if you want Cryo Resonance, I would probably replace Dahlia. I mean, Dahlia gives a shielding and attack speed though, so I mean, scratch that. I would keep Dahlia and replace Layla and put like another Cryo, so you still get Cryo Resonance for like the 15% crit rate. So like if you have I'm trying to think what other 4-star cryo you could use. Like Charlotte could be another one if you want a healer. That could be my only thought there. Oh, you have Charlotte. Yes, I would. Yep, you said it there. I would definitely replace your Layla with your Charlotte to just have some healing, unless you want to be super tanky, right? So if you're using like, for example, Calamity of Ishu, the event weapon on Skirk, I would say you want to make sure you have your shield, majority of the time. So actually, if depending on the weapon, there's like a lot of variables. But if you're going to be using like Calamity of Ishu on your Skirk, then yes, I would actually keep the team you have to make sure you have like a shield a good majority of the time, so you can maintain the buff of Calamity of Ishu. If that's like your use case. If not, though, I would say probably good to replace Layla with Charlotte. So it all depends on your account. This is where like building gets really weird, because it's really dependent on who you have in your account, what weapon you're using, what your artifacts look like. Like there's so many different kind of things to take into account there. Chongyun also could be another very good option as well for more attack speed. Again, if you're not running Calamity of Ishu and you can like forego possibly not having a shield all the time, then yeah, Chongyun could give you some more attack speed. I think somebody did a comparison. It might have been I Win to Lose. He did some comparisons of having more attack speed, and it actually lets you get more like basic attacks out in her enhanced basic attack skill state. So not a bad idea if you pair Chongyun plus Dahlia. It's difficult to all that things. Yeah, dude, it's very overwhelming, right? There's a lot in the game. So like for you, I would say in your weapons, right? Depending on what weapon you're probably using. For example, if you are using, I can't find the event weapon. There's like so many weapons here. So if you're using Calamity of Ishu on your Skirk, it looks really good aesthetically too. But I would say the buff here, it says when characters are protected by a shield, damage dealt by normal and charge attacks increased by 40%. Normal and charge attack crit rate increased by 16%. So like, this is really good. If you have shields, you want to make sure your Skirk is shielded all the time. So this is a use case I would say you'd want both shielders in your team. For me, I feel like I'm more of the hybrid style, right? So like if I need just to do straight damage, then I'll use the burst, but I'll also don't mind using the normal attack. So for Skirk, for me, I actually am running her on her signature set, right? Just so that way she kind of has a more consistency, even though I'm running her with Farina, because I could just as easily run her with I guess the other set as well, right? But I also don't have good pieces from Archuse like I have for her signature set anyway. So that's kind of why I'm just settling in on using this set. The one I have equipped for Kaya. Kaya. Where is my Kaya? The one I have equipped for Kaya. Wait. What do I have equipped for Kaya? Am I blind? Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. Sacrificial sword. Okay. Yeah, Fontaine weapon is also good. I think, and that's the Fontaine craftable, right? The Finale of the Deep could be a good sword to use. Honestly, I would say that I think Sacrificial Sword is not a good weapon to use because so you have to remember like Skirt, for instance, when you read through her kit and what she does, she doesn't energy recharge is like she gets 0 bonus from energy recharge, right? So like the stat on the sword doesn't help her at all. Yes, you have a chance of proccing her burst or this skill again, but like is that really you know, like you don't really need that. And also the base attack is also low. So it's kind of like I would say if you have like Finale of the Deep, if you could craft that from Fontaine, that is probably a really good sword to actually use for her. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yep. So Finale of the Deep then would be good. Harbinger of Dawn might be better. Yeah, no, Infirmus. I think you're right. Harbinger of Dawn, just for the stat stick of that, plus the fact that you would have, like, if her HP is above, she gets more crit rate. Even though Cryo has a better time, I think, of getting crit rate because of Cryo Resonance and stuff like that. But yeah, the only thing you'll suffer from is the low base attack. So you might need a lot of, like, you might order, like, an attack percent goblet or something like that. What 4-star weapon is better for her, in your opinion? So I would say if you're going to use a 4-star weapon, if you have a team that's not comprised of a Escoffier, and if you don't have a Escoffier, I actually think the Calamity of Issue is a pretty good weapon to use. I mean, you could still use it with Escoffier as well. This would just kind of allow you to have more shielders in the team, so you could do something like Skirk, possibly like Layla, Dahlia, and like another 4-star character. You could do like a 4-star team that with her shielded, right, she's going to get boosted normal charge attacks and her crit rate will be boosted as well. And the stat being attack percent makes up for, you know, it being a 4-star type of a base attack. So I think Calamity of Issue actually is a pretty good weapon. I think also it looks honestly really good on her, like aesthetically anyway. So that could be a good weapon to use. I would say, though, if you want a craftable, maybe didn't get the event, then I would say Finale of the Deep is going to be probably a really good weapon to use because, again, it's attack percent based stat. When you use the Elemental Skill, you're getting an increased 12% attack. Bond of Life, obviously, that's not going to apply to her here, but like you still get a pretty good stat stick, honestly, all things considered. Escoffier, I'm new to Genshin as well. Yep. Yes, I would say Finale of the Deep is a good bet. If you say get the Battle Pass, one weapon you could look at, I would say that Black Sword isn't terrible. Black Sword could be okay. I think there's another Battle Pass weapon though. The Wolf Fang is not bad. I'd say if you buy the Battle Pass, Wolf Fang is probably a really, really good Battle Pass weapon to use on her because you have crit rate. You also get this, where damage up by Elemental Skill and Elemental Burst is literally increased by 32%, right? So like that's really good because she plays in that both play style. So you'll have that buff, like, you know, that's going to be a really nice buff to have. Elemental Skill hits an opponent, crit rate will be increased. You get increased crit rate. When the burst hits opponent, crit will be increased by 4%. They last, you know, and she's quick, right? She does her attacks quick enough to where she can utilize the fullness of this buff, I believe. I think. Maybe I didn't misspeak on that. But yeah, so if you do Battle Pass the time, you get like one copy of this. I would actually recommend this Wolf Fang as a pretty good 4-star option here. Run it of Mora, dude. That is a struggle. I'm fortunate because I've been playing Genshin since launch, so I fortunately have kind of built up the reserves of Mora. But dude, yeah, building a Scafe did take a quick big chunk of my war for sure. Yes. Yeah, Harbinger of Dawn without Farina would work as well. Oh, you have Wolfang on Farina. Interesting. Okay. I would say that does work on Farina as well, right? Because yeah, she's elemental bursting, although her elemental burst doesn't really do damage. So I would almost say if you could afford it, you might find it better to put this on your Skirk than Farina, I would think, because she's going to be able to utilize the full potential, like literally the passive in its entirety could be good. So you don't know what's up on Farina. That is a good question. I would say any weapon that's an energy recharge weapon. So I would say any energy recharge weapon, I would put that on Farina because you also do want to make sure you can get her bursts. Like if you have a sacrificial sword, that could work. Favonius obviously is a really good option as well. Obviously, if you have like an HP percent sword, like for me, I'm using Key of Kajna on her. Let us see. The only 5-star Absolution, will it work? Oh, geez. I actually don't have... Is Absolution? I don't know. What does that... Huh. Is Absolution... Is that Ayato's signature weapon? Hang on, we gotta go into the archives here. What's up? What would you recommend for a free-to-play team for Skirk? I have Shenhe, though. No Escafé and Farina. Okay. Oh, Cloran's weapon. Oh, okay. Cloran's weapon. Cloran's weapon, refresh my memory. That gives crit rate or crit damage. I actually do not remember. I need to get to the... I think it's the archive. Can we filter this by sword? Crit damage. The Absolution. Can I see what this... Oh, it doesn't let me see it. That's unfortunate. Well, I wish it let me actually see what the stats are on it. Crit damage. What is the passive on... Will it let me see the passive at least? On the weapon? My filter went off as well. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me 1 second here. I'd never realized it didn't let you see the... Wow. So you can't actually see that? That's sad. But yo, Matthew, let me answer your question. So for a free-to-play team for Skirk, you have Shenhe. So you probably I would definitely recommend using obviously you're gonna have Skirk. I would put Shenhe in there. Depending on the weapon, Matthew, that's gonna kind of depend, I'd say, on if you're using my bad, let's go back. The event weapon that gives you bonus for a shield, then you're probably going to want a shielder in there. So probably somebody like Layla or Diona as a shielder. You have Wolfang. Okay, you have Wolfang on her. Okay. So definitely you have Shenhe. You could probably run Sing Cho if you have Sing Cho, right? As a 4-star. You probably have Sing Cho. So you could use him as the Hydro. And trying to think here. What other? If you have Layla's not a bad option. I think Layla's a pretty good option. If you want a healer, Charlotte could also be a healer to use as well. Let's open the character archive and kind of see here. Let us filter this here. So Cryo. Yes, Mona. Mona also very, very strong option for her, actually. Like, Mona is pretty high tier for her as well. So if you have Mona, you could use that. So, I mean, you could do, like, your Skirk. You could do your Shenhe. You could do Mona. And then, like, Sing Cho is a very viable option to kind of get some more off-field damage with, like, the basic, the normal attack playstyle. Cloran's weapon, though. I would say because of the stat stick, Insa, you could probably use that as a stat stick. I don't know what the passive is on that. I'm assuming it has something to do with Bond of Life. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Oh, quick. My bad. Not quack. Gosh. Weapon Genshin. Grants damage bonus based on Bond of Life. Oh. So the passive for Absolution is its skill grants a damage bonus based on the Bond of Life. Okay. So it's an okay stat stick, I would say. Because it gives crit damage, right? So as a stat stick, it's fine. It sounds like you're losing... Okay, so it looks like you get crit damage, right? You get a crit damage bonus as well. So you get more 20% crit damage, and then the value of Bond of Life, all that stuff. So that you don't get. So that's kind of like... I'd say it's a good stat stick, right? As a 5-star, I think it's a good stat stick for you to use. It's not bad. Yeah, definitely not bad. If you can use it on her, I think all things considered, not a bad weapon to use on her. Not bad at all. Didn't realize you started streaming. Yo, Prince, all good, man. All good. Welcome in. Jumping back here. So you have, Citlali. You have Dahlia, Citlali, Layla, Charlotte. So yeah, definitely use Citlali, right, as a shielder. And just the fact that she can also wear the other Natlan set. My brain is blanking, guys. I apologize. The hero of Cinder City, right? So since Citlali can wear Cinder City, that's also like a very, very big buff as well. So obviously the Night Soul Burst portion isn't really right. After the character triggers an reaction based on their elemental type, then you can get the elemental damage buff from the person wearing the set. She's cryo, so like that should be a fairly good elemental damage bonus buff, plus the rest of the set as well. If the Night Soul Blessing isn't, that stuff. Speaking, bro, I have Absolution. Should I use that on Skirk or the Wolfang? I think it's gonna depend, Matthew, on where your stats are. So I would say it depends on what you're lacking, right? If you're lacking crit rate, then you probably do want to look at using the stay at the Wolfang. If you're lacking crit damage, I think the Absolution could be good because its base attack is going to be higher, and it does actually have built-in just a 20% crit damage off the rip. So that would be really good. I have not used the Artifact Reshaper yet because I don't feel like I have anything I want to reshape as of yet. Like, I have some things, but I feel like I'm not in a place where it's like, oh my goodness, I need to reshape this. So I'm kind of like in that place where I want to save them until I have like an artifact. I'm like, yo, I really want to reshape this. Yeah, man, no problem. Of course. Hopefully that was helpful. I know I'm kind of like, I'm jumping back and forth. So I apologize. But yeah, I would say definitely look at your stats, and you just want to make sure you have a balanced ratio, right? Like, you don't want to have like 20% crit rate and like 300% crit damage because that's very undamaged or unbalanced, right? You won't be able to utilize the crit damage as often because your crit rate will be so low. So you might want to bring down the crit damage, say, if you can equip a weapon and certain things to bring it up to like maybe like 60% crit rate and like 250% crit damage or something like that is going to be better because it'll be more consistent crits happening with that crit damage ratio. So that's kind of what I would look at, trying to balance it. Usually the ratio is like 1 to 2. So if you have like 100% crit damage, they say it's good to have like, 50% crit rate. If you kind of like as close as you can within reason, right? Obviously the artifact grind is hard, but if you can get it balanced, it'll kind of help just your rotations and the amount of damage you dish out just be a bit more even and consistent. Rosaria, yes, Rosaria, actually I didn't even think about that. Rosaria, if you have the constellations, I believe certain constellations do also benefit given that crit rate. I don't know if it's locked behind a constellation, but that is a very good point as well. You could use Rosaria as well. But yeah guys, Genshin character building is such a fun thing because there's like so many different ways you can like go with it, because it's all dependent, ultimately like where your account is and just where you're at. But yeah, we're gonna hop back into the quest here. If you guys are cool with that, I'm actually not through the Archon Quest, so we're gonna hop straight back in. So spoilers, if you haven't done the quest and don't want to be spoiled, here's your warning.
We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened?
Yeah, dude,
the
in
front?
fairness, I would say if you can like pull together a team, right, for your Skirk, I think that she'll benefit you a lot. I think honestly, it depends. If you have Silali and you have Shalodin, I think you're gonna find you'll get more power out of Malwika, right? Like because you have the two characters that really unlock her. But if you don't, like, and it's just a toss up between the two, I think it could go either way. I think Skirk is a lot of fun. She makes Cryo like have a lot of relevance, and there's so many other, I think, pyro damage dealers that we have, right? Arlecchino is a pretty decent one. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking we have. Oh, you have the premium team. Okay, yikes. Yeah, so since you have the premium team, if I was in your position, right? If I had Malika's previous premium team and I didn't have Skirk's premium team, I would probably go for Malika. That's me. I'm not, it's up to you. One of the big reasons why I decided to pull for Skirk was because like I had Escoffier, Farina, and so I was like, you know what? She's gonna be good because of having the team that is recommended for her. But yeah, I could see why you probably would want to wait. Definitely probably wait for Malika. That makes sense.
The front line has collapsed.
Uh-oh. The front line has collapsed.
Ow!
Paimon's new VA. So I think it's a very subtle change, right? I like the fact that her voice isn't as there's sometimes like as the game progressed, I noticed that Paimon's VA, I don't know why, right? Because early Genshin, that was like, I like the early Paimon. Like when we first entered Genshin, her voice wasn't as harsh. But like as the game progressed, for some reason there was a shift, and like her tone got very much more like, I don't know, like a little bit more like harsh and just like I don't know, kind of like it pierced through, right? And so I was like, I was used to it, it's fine. But like hearing the other VA, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a nice callback to early Genshin days when it was like a bit more like not as harsh is the best way to put it. Like the intonation, the pitch wasn't as just like like a screeching, I guess is the best way I could put it. But I think new VA is good. I didn't have a necessary problem with the old VA. I just wish that they didn't redirect her to have that like the harshness of the inflection in her voice is probably the thing I wish they didn't do for the previous VA.
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. This is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive.
Nowhere near ready.
So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there.
What is the child in the back doing? I'm like looking at the child like going like this in the back.
But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
Yes, that's a very good way to describe it. Raspy. Yes, there was like a raspiness, but it was like very, it was too raspy. I like raspy voices and singing. Like it's really cool. But like, I think for voice acting, it can be sometimes a lot in certain words and certain scenes when like there's like a loud or yeah, it's like a piercing. That's like the best way to describe it. Sometimes it was just like too much. So I'm thankful that they were able to get a VA that kind of like could like soften the tone down, I guess. Is the best way to describe it.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual.
Just
They
one
stormed
person?
the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance.
A vengeance.
Cutting them down like paper dolls.
Paper
They
dolls.
wielded an
Oh,
unknown
gosh.
power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
He said, I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person, and assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly, they're a force to be reckoned with, so we
Hmm.
don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile.
Interesting.
It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
It's about time he showed up.
Dainsleif.
Dainsleif, the Twilight Sword, has made his appearance. Let's go find him. Dude, it's been a while since we've had Dainsleif in a quest at all, right? It's been like quite some time, I'd say. Like, when was the last time we actually had Dainsleif in a... Oh, wait. I should not have jumped off like this. Oh, no. I made a mistake. This is one of the times where I wish we had some, like, wall climbing abilities like Wuwa has. Where we could just, like, scale, run up the wall. I wonder if we'll ever get that in Genshin, where we can, like, legit just vertically run up the wall like in Wuwa. That would be pretty cool. Low-key. If they really get into the lore, we might see peak Genshin. Yo, yes, I'm so excited. I've heard so many good things about this Archon Quest. I almost was gonna play Wuwa tonight, and literally, one of my friends, Shine, was like, "Yo, the quest was so good," and I was like, "You're right. What am I doing? I need to play this quest." Shalonen, you're right, Danish. You're completely right. Shalonen does run up the wall, but I guess what I'm wondering, right, is like it's locked behind a character where.
It's been a while, Dane.
The other thing in Wuwa, like anybody can run up the wall. So I guess I'm wondering when we'll see that. Like the ability for just any character not locked behind a mechanic to do that. But yeah, you're right. I completely forgot.
You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
Mighty warrior Dainsleif. No! He's not voiced? What is happening? Oh, that's so sad. That's so unfortunate, man. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad that he's not voiced. Oh my goodness. Wow. No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss for my own Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Eon-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice
Wait.
guy deep down.
Is there a lot of characters that aren't voiced in this? Or is it just like one or two?
It's quite all right.
Aw, man.
Uezo Janssen respects those of great power.
A
It's
Wezo.
quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
Yes.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Oh, I saw that in the patch notes. Yeah, Kaching's voice actor got replaced as well. That's very interesting, man. Yeah, Kaching's voice actor was completely fine.
Sure thing.
It's weird
I'll
because
have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since
there
this war isn't exactly over.
a lot of the VAs in
Later,
Genshin are like really good. Like honestly, really good. So it's gonna be very sad to see and hear. I'll hear them go and have a different voice. But yeah, man. I wish they could have come to terms. I wish that the way that strike turned out, from what I'm hearing, could have like been better, been handled a lot better. But yeah.
Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
She is our friend after all. Eon-san, yes. I will remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Oh yeah, right. That makes sense because he is not really a fan of the Archons at all. Oh man.
Ugh, so stubborn.
I forgot. He does not like the Seven.
Anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
Drama on Twitter. Bro, yes. The amount of drama that came from this is wild, bro. Like, I mean, Paimon's VA, unfortunately, I think was like, was a very, very much involved in a lot of the drama too. I wonder if that probably had to impact a lot of decisions because she was, I think a lot of things that she was expressing. And also like at the end of the day, it's a weird situation because Genshin, they're trying to produce quality content for the people playing the game like us. And so I think they do understand that like unfortunately not having the voice acting, it does kind of hurt their games. Like they do have to do something at some point. Like I actually remember I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose this, but I did a survey. It was like a whole thing, like a Genshin survey, like a video call. Somebody got selected to do that. But one of my main points in speaking with them was the fact that like, yeah, guys, I really, really enjoy Genshin, but I can't remember what quest, Archon Quest it was. Every question they asked me though, I always came back with, man, but if this was voiced, it would have been so much better. Even like for some of the world quests, right? Like even without the writer strike, some of the world quests that we had that were like major world quests should have been voiced, right? Like the Narcissus and Cruz quest should have been voiced because that actually had a lot of lore. It's weird that they didn't voice that one. And some of the Sumeru world quests, right? Like they had a lot of lore in them too, and they just like didn't voice them. I'm like, yo, these are actually good quests that if they were voiced would have actually been like really good. So we'll see. Hopefully in the future they do look at voicing some of these world quests that are like important. Obviously not every world quest has to be voiced, but the ones that pertain to the lore I think really should be voiced. I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume that they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they ever could have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can
Interesting,
satisfy you
okay.
like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Dainsleif's whole mission in life, destroy the Abyss Order. Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
One man attack lead me from. What about you? Any news to share from your end? Oh, bro, yeah, we gotta tell him about the girl we met.
Well, actually, we found his sister's hibernation
Yeah, bro,
chamber
that's
key near the
actually
collective
probably
ability.
something
She must have lost
really important to tell him. So she's here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
Hold on. That girl called her the Savior? No, but hey, man, if they let me audition, you know, I would do it, man. I would do it. It's funny because growing up, people have always told me, like random people, bro. It's like people from school and random people I've met, but like, yo, have you ever considered like doing radio? And I was like, no, how do you even do that? So again, it's like one of those weird things where I'm like, I don't even know where I'd start if I wanted to do something like like voice acting or like radio broadcasting or something like that. I have no idea. Dude, yes, I saw they showed it in the live stream. Apparently he can like he has some place to play in the like you can kind of use him. So I'm wondering when he'll be playable.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
The last time I heard that term used was before the Cataclysm. And not just that, it referred to your sister then, too. But who would still believe in the myth of a savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense.
Wait, wasn't his sister called the princess, though? Where did this savior thing come from?
Yeah, I am curious about that. The girl we met talked about the savior, and so it's so weird. Well, when she was first granted the title of princess, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. The Vinster King. Interesting. Okay. They made it sound as if with her here, all the pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was a celebratory title given to the princess by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power. Yo, that is wait. So they used the sister. They pretty much used our sibling. Is what Dainsleif is saying here? Am I understanding that correctly? That's actually kind of tragic. Yeah, man, no, if it does, I'll definitely I'll have to see if they like hold auditions for Dainsleif's like voice actor. I'll definitely put my name in the hat just to see what happens.
Oh, sounds like
Wait.
the people of Conria really believed in her.
So, did I understand that correctly? The Vinster King pretty much, they just used her, though. I mean, like, they kind of hyped everybody up, it sounds like, because they have the sibling as a sister, the princess, but yet, like, from what Dane is describing, it was his lust for power. I guess they used her, basically. To revive the home because she thinks she's failed as Conria's savior. Oh. Interesting. Cat. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you like my voice. I appreciate that. We literally were just talking about voices. So that's actually really funny that you'd say that. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that my voice is pleasant to listen to. I appreciate that. Thank you. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure blood Conrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. Oh, so she's legit. Okay, so she's actually from Conria. I was confused when we met her because I'm like, is she like from Natlan or something? So she's Conrian. Okay. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more
Interesting.
isolated?
More isolated. Interesting.
Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, though. Why can't we see the same thing? If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind
To
for
become their
tonight?
hero. Oh, no.
You must be tired
Oh,
after all that
gosh.
fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next attempts first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. That's facts. That is true. Alrighty, guys. Next day, between 8 and 10. Let's go ahead and turn the clock forward here. Between 8 and 10. Alright. Oh, I'm like off by a minute. No. Oh, no. Not me choosing 7:59 instead of legitimately the time. I wonder if I'll just roll forward. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and find Dainsleif in Natlan. Is he gonna meet Malwika? Would he do that? No, we can't give them that much
Is
time.
that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together?
I'm kind of surprised
Looks like
that
they're
they
getting
would
along just
discuss
fine.
strategy together, right? Like, that is kind of weird. Because Dane doesn't like the 7. So what? Huh.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
You're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natland. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area.
Interesting.
It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
The Cinder City. Okay.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malwika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
Okay. I beg to differ. This is wasting time. Hey, yo, this is about, yeah, Dane, okay, yeah, Dane definitely does not like the 7, so he's about to be like, bro, let me just go. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds for survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr.
Oh, gosh.
Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well, then I will go there alone. Thank you for your intel, Yansan. Yo, he said, I will go at
You're
peace.
gonna go on your own?
Bro.
Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
I guess he's not going to meet Awika.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Oh, that's good. That's good, that's good.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
Shouldn't you be?
I
Nah.
admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Unlimited dream.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Oh, so this is probably where we get to see his abilities. Okay. I understand. I understand. All right. I'm still trying to figure out what happened with the girl we met, right? Like, how come... I guess we'll get that explained, because she, as of right now, is not even relevant to the story, it seems like, currently. Okay. All right, we're going in. 'Tis that time. It is that time indeed.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's
Oh,
hideout
here we
in
go, here we
Natlan?
go. We get to use Dane, I believe. I don't know to what extent, but we'll see. All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent to their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. But if you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives.
Facts.
And if you get to meet your sister again, even better.
Didn't
Let's go.
I feel like the last time we met the sister, right? Didn't like Dane jump into the portal or something like that? In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path. Oh, okay. The swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as a Conry and court guard captain allows him to easily SP the weakness in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to also destroy their void wards. Oh, that's a mouthful. Okay. We're sticking with this party. We're going. Here we go. Interesting.
A little amuse-bouche. Strike a pose. Feel this. Paradigm shift. Things are about to get dicey. The mining, echoing song, goose on the loose.
Ouch.
Fear, adaptive frosting.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh my goodness.
Off to the freezer. Strike a pose.
We almost died, man. Alright. Let us continue.
A little emotion. Time to shine.
Oh my goodness. I'm like struggling with some of my things here.
Let the world collide.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
The abyss is all present.
Ouch. Oh, wow. What just happened here? What is going on? I am stuck.
Into the void.
Oh my goodness. What is... Ah.
Stop that.
I am struggling here. Hold on. Wow. That's not good.
A burst of flavor. Strike a pose.
Can't believe I let Leymon die. That's unfortunate. There was like a lot going on there. I didn't even realize I died here. Golly. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So this must be like the final boss of this place, I'm guessing? An abyss like
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Interesting. They know who he is. Wait. I guess I'll ask the question after we get a little bit further. It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So where's the traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to
One
be in
shot it.
charge
Let's see
here?
if we can one shot it with Scary.
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Hey, yo, he called him out on the fact that he could not die because of immortality.
But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won, or that you still can turn the tides of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater.
She talked about the Loom of Fate the last time we met her. Did they complete that?
For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
Wait, yeah, the Loom of Fate. I think I'm gonna think it's something to do with that.
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's
Bruh,
past
how did nobody
experience with
know?
ley line reconstruction,
What?
and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
Bro, what? Wait. To reweave the ley lines of Conria. So does that mean she's trying to like revive or recreate Conria or something?
What? She used the Loom of Fate?
So Loom of Fate is already done, and she used it already. Gotta talk about that, bro. Yes, Rick. Wait, I'm trying to understand. So she used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines. My brain is trying to comprehend this here. So is she trying to recreate Conria? Is that the understanding here?
Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover?
Bro, that's crazy then. Nobody even knew what was happening?
Oh no, this makes too much sense.
Wow, it was all distraction. Yeah, they called it, right? They were all like, oh yeah, we're just gonna fight. But it was, wow.
Correct. As of now, our
What?
homeland has been revived.
Hold on, time out. I have so many questions now. So they've revived Conria? Wait. But what does that mean for all the cursed Hilly Trolls? I got so many questions because what about the Hilly Trolls and the people that like are still cursed and corrupted, right? Like they can't come back. Like, so you can revive Conria, but what are you gonna do about the people like the Hilly Trolls? Literally, like they can't enjoy Conria. Or maybe they can, I don't know. I'm like trying to understand what this even means. Like, okay, she recreated Conria, cool, but will the people still exist there? Will they like revert back to people? Or will they see it as a, I don't know, like will they always still remain Hilichurls? Like I have so many questions about even like the why behind this. Mitsuri says, I love your personality. Kind of your glasses looks cool. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I apologize. I'm like nerding out over here about this quest because I feel like I'm not even that far in and they've dropped a bomb on us. Like basically this place that has been destroyed is like resurrected, but I don't even understand why they would want to resurrect Conria so badly. Like I need more details to this.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years.
Oh.
And begin their lives anew.
Bro, that answered the...
Conria restored to life.
That answered the question. So they're literally gonna restore Conria and revive the people that have been slain? Wow. What a load of drivel. Dainsleif is like, bro, what are we talking about? Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving the homeland? Yeah, exactly. That's my question.
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove.
Exactly. Where is this place going to exist?
Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
This is also true, right? There, like, I have so many questions because we just experienced Natlan, and like, I'm like trying to understand what does that even mean? Like, how could she do it so easily? And like, literally, the captain had to sacrifice himself. Like, so many questions here. Your voice is so pure. Oh no, Mitsuri, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just like nerding out here. I'm like straight up just nerding out. Oh gosh. I have one simple question. If Conria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it? Yes, I have the same question. Where is this place?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you.
Is it in Natlan? Are they like taking over Natlan?
Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
The girl that we met. Wait, is she part of this revived Conria? Oh my goodness. Wait. The girl that we met in the cave, is she a part of the Conria that was revived? And so they must have revived it as if it was 500 years ago. So to them, there was no cataclysm that had happened yet. Hence why she's asking for the savior. Is that what I'm understanding correctly? Yo, Belly, welcome back. Want to hear a joke? I will definitely hear a joke. Yes. Hit me with your joke. Anything amiss? Are there signs? Yeah, I think we missed the signs. The girl we literally met with the key, I think is the sign we missed. Because I think this revived Conria has something, we're like reliving what happened without a cataclysm, I'm guessing.
I sense something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's
Oh
ley
no,
lines.
not to embrace your mistakes you gave you. Oh my goodness, yikes. Bro, the funny moments that can be had in like a marriage are great, man. My wife, she is I think she's laying in bed currently. I believe. I think she's laying down at the moment.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
Why skeletons can't fight each other? Because they don't have any badumts. The dad jokes, yes. I need like a badumts sound effect. Low key, that's probably what I should do. I have a Stream Deck Mini. I probably should try and put like some sound effects in here. I feel like they're kind of cool. Sorry if I left when you're talking about the spaceship. No, no, you're good, man. We're experiencing this. Duda, I have a lot of questions. I would probably, if you can hold the spoilers for now, I guess I have a lot of questions from what we just learned. I have a lot of questions. If we can hold the spoiler for like a little bit longer, just so we can understand a little bit more of what's going on. I'm not opposed to spoilers. However, this quest is like really good. So I do want to kind of have an idea what happens. Hope you like, I did like your jokes. Thank you for sharing them. I appreciate it. I love dad jokes. They're pretty fun. Pretty funny.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Something strange indeed. I also vaguely remember seeing the Mean Light Kingdom face Lord of the Night. Okay, yeah, we did. There were other signs as well. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, we got to use our detective skills. Which of these events prove that Comrie has been revived? The meditation? I think the fact that we can't see the monsters. I feel like that's... I couldn't see the monsters that Deirdre could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could. We could only see monsters in each other's sight after making physical contact. So does a revived Conria dwell in like a different dimension or something? Assuming he's right, then another possibility arises. We live in a different time space from Deirdre. She's Conria like Dane suspects, then that means this survived Conria he speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from that separate time and space, to communicate with us. Oh, wow. So we can see her. That's, oh my goodness, my brain is trying to comprehend this. So we can see her, but she dwells in like a different time space? But like, it's, the timelines overlap, right? Like, is that, like, is like another timeline? Like, what is happening right now? If this Conry is revived, but it's like at a different time, because I guess what I'm understanding is the Conry that was revived is Conria of 500 years ago. It's not after Cataclysm. I think it's post-Cataclysm, based on what the Abyss Lector said of like, oh, they can like start anew. So it's almost like somebody hit reset and probably took them back to post-Cataclysm in an era after the Cataclysm. That my brain is trying to wrap my mind around this. Oh jeez, what is this? Oh dude, is that like that's a mosquito? Oh my goodness, hold on guys. Hold on. BRB. All right. So we're back. It was like one of those like big mosquitoes. I looked up and I was like, why is that above my head? I had to get like a shoe to like whack at it. I eventually did get it. But at least I think I did. I saw it hit the floor. So I think we're good. Sorry, guys. Alrighty. It is a bit to figure out. Yeah, dude, this seems like a quite a scenario to figure out, though. It will make sense in the end, I promise, but no spoils. Okay, bet. We'll keep going. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Conria has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. The only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Dane said, we are going to throw hands. Because he has all the shields and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be kind of hard to like completely drop him then. Oh, okay. Put that man on the shirt. Bro, for real. Oh, the Dane button. The Dane button is OP.
Somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all.
The Dane button is OP. Insta win. Shield shredder.
Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Deerdith is the only lead. I'm wondering if Deerdith is like proof. Dane button go bro. I wonder what he's gonna be like in game. Like in game, he's probably gonna be insane. I feel like if he can do this, I understand. You think she might be from the revived Conria? Yes, that is exactly my thought. He read my mind. I have said my piece. I doubt Conria could be revived so easily, but if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. All right. We're time to go and see Deerdith. Yeah, where did she even go is the question. Wait. Oh no! What? Bro! Oh my goodness. What just happened? Tell me they did not just kill Dane, bro. Oh my gosh, no. Ah! Wow. Hold on. I'm scared. I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. So he wasn't finished. Interesting. This is but a scratch. Okay, yeah, I got nervous for a second. I was like, bro, he literally stabbed at Dane or something. Like, what is going on here? The curse of... Oh, right, duh. The curse of immortality has struck you too, then, Hayden. Right, I forgot. He's immortal, so he can't die. I don't know why I was so worried. I forgot about the whole immortality thing.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master.
Master? Wait, what is the lore here?
Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
He taught him everything he... So wait, he was his teacher. Okay, hold on. This was Dane's teacher. Your arrogance and malice cost you all my respect long ago. Maybe I didn't kill this mosquito. Did I not? I'm getting concerned. Where did this mosquito even come from?
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight.
Interesting.
The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Interesting, right? Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Yo, Dainsleif is a savage. He's like, bro, we might be immortal. We could do this dance over and over again. Are you serious? Yo. They're just gonna duke it out because they can, and it doesn't matter because they can't die. What?
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never in all my worst nightmares have I experienced
Clothing
anything
store.
close to the pain of 100 deaths.
Bro, but actually.
Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Conria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become, bro. So they clearly had a falling out in Conria.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little.
This man said, let's just sit down. We're
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found.
Interesting.
Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up.
Divided up?
Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us.
So she left Conria. Okay, the lore is getting deeper here. So she was their ruler, our sibling. She left them at the time of the cataclysm?
Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
That's true. They did say because, like, yeah, they pretty much destroyed them, right? I suppose you've changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd have never expected you to forgive her. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in the Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much. Interesting. So, yeah, so he was his master confirmed. I wonder what this guy looked like on the regular.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry. Yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. And as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student Sertologi was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost his limbs. Bro, hold on. This is another timeout moment. So, Sertologi is also Skirk's master, okay? So, Skirk's master was also Conrian. What? I thought Sertologi was like... Oh my goodness. My brain. There's so much happening right now. There's like so much like holes that are getting filled in. Like we're finally connecting who people are. Because it was like, oh, the foul Sertologi is Skirk's master. Okay, that's great. Like, cool, good to know. So he was Conrian. And Dainsleif trained with Sertologi. So, yeah, whoever said Dainsleif is probably stronger than Skirk is, I think that's true. Because if Sertologi trained with Dane, Sertologi being Skirk's master, yeah, Dainsleif is probably like at least on par with Certology. Is that fair to say, guys? I feel like that should be a fair statement. There's little point discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore.
Oh, he can't. Oh, dude, right. Because okay, his memories they still are eroding away. Like he's still dealing with the memory loss.
Look at me. Look at what has become of me.
Yo, Loki, that's kind of sad, man.
Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form.
Wow.
But as for the rest, memories, spirit,
Yeah, I think so.
personality,
I think that, like, lore-wise, that makes sense. Based on what they just said here, he has to be.
fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it.
You know what this reminds me of? So, in the Archon Quest, right, with Nahida, where basically Wanderer got, like, rewritten in the ley lines, like, his whole... Because he could have chosen to, from what I understand in that Archon Quest, they could have removed, like, his memories, but he chose to keep them, and now he's, like, the Wanderer. So he was no longer Scaramouche, but he became the Wanderer, because he literally is just one who wanders. So, like, I wonder if there's gonna be a way with reweaving the ley lines for, like, so he talks about memory loss. Would there be a way if Conria was, like, woven into the ley lines or something like that to where they could restore people's memories, personality, like, give them back all that they lost? This is wild. This is honestly crazy. The story is doing this, bro. Like, I'm thinking about all the stuff we've experienced in Genshin so far, and, like, little pieces are starting to connect. Like, yo, like, that's a possibility.
Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely.
So hence reviving Conria probably is the way for him to regain the memories and everything. My bad. No, wait, I was just thinking about, so remember that the Archon Quest in Sumeru, Nahida's quest, where after we, like, save Sumeru and all that, we also deal with Wanderers. So obviously, like, Scaramouche, his identity gets pretty much, like, rewritten into the Wanderer. And there's a moment where in the ley lines, technically, he could have lost his memories and become somebody completely new, or what happened was he retained all his memories and became this new person. So, like, it was like he was never a harbinger. However, like, he still had all the memories and all the stuff in this new identity. So based on what this guy Hayden is saying, with the reworking of the ley lines, I guess it's possible that not only would Conria be revived, but, like, everybody's memories would be restored too. Like, I'm wondering, maybe that's just like a copium theory, but, like, I'm wondering if that's something that is, like, possible because of Conria getting revived. Yo, Belly, welcome back.
I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
Rework. Oh, yikes. Not the rework is not a good word for what's coming. Yikes. No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Conria we once called home. Are we getting a flashback? Hold on. All the sights, memories, and feelings, everything etched into our heart and mind are gradually brought back to form. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long, long time.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy. Yikes. Sanglia, hello, hello.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the Loom of Fate heard what I could not.
Wait! Did they use him? The Loom of Fate heard what I could not? The Loom of Fate? What have you done? Tell me. Joe, so they...
I'm afraid I owe you yet another
Mitsuri, hello,
apology,
welcome back.
You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete.
Bro, oh, we got played. We got played. So what did he get? I'm so confused.
Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age.
Roblox? Oh, man. I tried Roblox once upon a time. Like, there's a lot of games on there. I would have to re-download it and everything. Plus, so after I'm done playing this, I'm probably going to go to bed because for me, it is 12:30 a.m. So I'm probably going to finish the Archon Quest here that I'm doing Genshin. I'm probably going to head to bed after this. But I have played Roblox a little bit. There are some pretty cool games on there, I will say. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
The Loom of Fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories.
Interesting. To what you will choose. Ooh, do we get a choice in this? Let's see.
And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
Interesting. So the more they share, the more they can be restored. So interesting. So that's why he wanted Dane to recount what Connor was like to him. Wow. So the Loom of Fate is running as we speak. And the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew.
Wow.
And bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking. What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So in a way, the Loom of Fate, so Loom of Fate is there, but they need more memories to basically reweave it. Interesting. But wouldn't the sibling be able to recount all of that? Like, wouldn't the siblings' memories be what they would need to go back 500 years? So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy who has sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Resets your body's condition? So is that why he doesn't experience the erosion that Capitano does? Wow. So much. Wow. So this is why Dainsleif hasn't eroded. Because of the ring. Just by a ring? Wait, oh my goodness. Who's his elder brother? Oh my goodness. I feel like, have they said it? Wait, who was his elder brother? They've definitely said it before. Oh, wait.
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most.
Is a sinner. Oh, he's one of the 5 sinners. Okay. It's not Granddaughter. I forget. We'll have to look it up to see. But wow. So that means that the fact that he has a ring that is resetting his body is wild. Can you try the strongest battleground in Roblox? I'll let you know, Mitsuri, if I do download Roblox at some point again. It's not going to be tonight, though, unfortunately, because after I get off stream here, I'm heading to sleep.
We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as
bait? Wow. No, so no work tomorrow, but we have church in the morning, so I do want to at some point get to sleep to be able to sleep. So this was your true goal. To lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. Wow. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army. That strikes me as fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. Wow. Dainsleif. It's okay. I'll wait. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll let you know, Mitsuri, if we do definitely do some Roblox. I'll title the stream like that, but we'll see. You're gambling everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run. Perhaps.
That's the gamble our highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the ley lines.
Bro, what?
New Conria is complete.
New Conria is complete? Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. Yo, Dainsleif is like, Wow. Wow. They just dropped some major lore on us about a lot of things going on. Jeez. Alright. Meanwhile, we're going back to see the girl in the cave. If she's even still there. Should I grab... Oh, there's no... Oh, there is one over here. Oh, I haven't done this yet? Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, that thing is not dead. That thing definitely is not dead. Are you serious? How did I not kill that thing? Hold on, sorry guys. I thought I killed this mosquito. Why is it trolling me like this? I've been trolled. I am being trolled, bro, by a mosquito. Where did it go? Not me being trolled, but it's the stupid mosquito fly thing. Oh, I did kill it. Okay. I actually got it this time. Success. Sorry, guys, for the brief intermission there. What we'll choose. Yeah, I'm curious about this choice here that we get. Let's go out of here. Let's grab our reward for getting this thing. Oh, wait. Do I need to... Gotcha. Okay. Let us get to our choice here. Isn't this where we can run through the thing? No.
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
That bug could be Conrad. Hey, yo. For real, that bug could still be living. Viota Frenier. Oh, yes! Viota Frenier is his brother. Thank you, Quotes World. That is clutch. Quotes World came in clutch. Interesting. The cubes! Hold on. Aren't those the same cubes that we experience? Enjoy your stay? Hey, yo. What is this? Could this be the cataclysm? Bro, what? So this is what she is experiencing right now?
We're not from the same world, are we?
I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end.
Well, kind of. Sort of. Not. I mean, your world is kind of gonna end.
In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland?
Yikes! This is an awkward conversation.
No, wait. Don't answer that.
Oof.
We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although,
Interesting.
in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you.
Oh.
You protected me. And I
Don't
believe
answer
you can
that.
protect
I
us
was
all.
like, I wasn't gonna for
You're the
real.
one who can change
That was not a
everything.
question to answer.
It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too.
I don't know about that.
So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
Proof that we met.
That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
What's up? Oh. Oh, okay. Hello. Don't worry. I don't worry. He sells no choice to one. Either one. Either one. Okay. Peak gameplay. Choose a memento. The choice. Oh, we're about to give her the key? Wait. Do we give her the star?
What is it?
Is she the Hilichurl? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, if this is her future, if this is her fate. Wait. The Hilichurl we met in the cave, was that Deirdith? Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. Wait. I'm thinking about this choice here. If we give her the key, the cycle will perpetuate itself, right? She'll just come back to the same spot anyways. No? Yes? Is that right? Am I right by thinking that? Only you could answer. Oh, gosh. If we keep the key, then she never... It will loop, but even if you don't give it, the sibling will. I am confused though, because if we keep the key, does that mean she loses hope or something? Or at some point in this universe of Teyvat that I'm very, very starting to get very like wary of. So Teyvat is like, is Teyvat as a whole in a never-ending loop, basically? Like in a pattern that never ends or something? Because, oh man, this is actually racking my brain right now. If we give her the key, the loop continues. If we keep the key, does that break the cycle? Does keeping the key break the cycle? Can we give her a different memento? Friend spoiler, kind of. Yeah, I don't really... I feel like, so giving her the key would definitely, like, perpetuate the loop. If we keep the key, we want to break the cycle, right? Am I thinking about this correctly? Giving her the key perpetuates the cycle. Keeping the key breaks the loop. I'm sorry. No, you're good. You're good. My friend. In my brain, I don't know if this logic makes sense. To me, keeping the key, even though it seems kind of mean, is needed to break the loop, right? Giving the key will only perpetuate the cycle. Maybe, right? Because if we give the key to her, she would show the key to the sibling, and then it'd be like, okay, great, you met my sibling? But then Conria still is destroyed. So eventually she just comes back here anyway. If we keep the key... I'm going to keep the key, guys. I'm going to keep the key. I feel like keeping the key is the only way to stop the loop. What did I just do? What just happened? Hey, yo, this is so weird. I don't know. It's like time just froze. Your answer was pointless? Wait, was it really pointless? Oh no, yo, our sibling is here. Hold on. Wait, so it didn't matter? That's so sad. The answer didn't matter. The fact after this quest you can re-enter there. But you can re-enter there. That's actually really dope. So that's what happened. Istaroth, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this. Yo, so guys, I heard a Genshin theory crafter or like lore explainer basically explain the fact that they would just give theirs instead. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, okay, from what you're saying, it would just always be a loop. There's never a point where the loop doesn't end. Gotcha. My thought here. There's a theory that somebody said Istaroth, the ruler of time, merge with Venti. It's like Venti's, and you know what? The more I think about that theory, the more I'm actually starting to see like bits and pieces. The last Mondstadt Archon Quest we had, like Venti did the weird thing where he was able to like use the wind to listen, you know? I don't know, like that to me is interesting. He's like hurling, there's just something about it that seems like Venti has more power than he lets on. And probably wants to conceal the fact that he has Istaroth merged inside of him. Like, I don't know. The way this theory crafter explained it, this lore person explained it, I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense as to why Venti is probably like harboring a lot more power than he is. Because even thinking about it, right? He's technically one of him and Zhongli are like two of like the original Archons, the oldest Archons. And so it is kind of wild. But Istaroth had a hand in this. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. You knew all of this? I think it's an Archon thing, because people in history have tried to form different communication ways, and he would be strong enough to pull that off with one element alone. True. I only knew the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. I actually haven't heard that theory. Hearing that does make sense. Yes, I'm going to see if I can link that video for you guys, because I honestly think it's a really, really cool lore video. I really think Venti is kind of lowballing his power. It's really weird to me, right? Because, I don't know, the exploits of Venti and like Venti going unchallenged for this amount of time, if he's really lost his power. I guess my one thing is like, if Venti truly is so weak, why was there never another Archon? Also, where was Venti during the Archon War? Like, maybe did I miss that? But like, wait, yeah, during the Archon War, all that kind of stuff, where was Venti? Like, I have so many questions about that as well. Because again, if Venti weak, then. But no, I'm gonna find that video real quick. Did he fight during the war? I don't know. For some reason I'm thinking he didn't. In my brain, I'm almost wondering that he did not. I'm gonna see if I can find this lore video though. He is. Let me see here. I've watched a decent amount of his lore videos. Where is it? Yes, I think it's this one. Hold on. I'm gonna share this video to you guys. No, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to look up some of the earlier lore. This is the video. The Venti plus Istaroth theory. If you guys want to check that out. I thought it was like a really, really cool video that the guy did. I watched like Genshin lore here and there. There's another fight war he was a part of, so maybe. Yeah, I'm very curious about Venti lore, right? Because like Venti, I think, is the one Archon. Him and Zhongli, like we got them in the early Archon Quest, but we really don't get like a peek into their life, right? Like Raiden, we get like more, but she's also a more recent Archon. Like a lot of the other Archons are more recent to the game. Where like Venti and Zhongli, they're like the OGs, right? So. And they're the two that, like, for some reason, we don't get a lot of backstory. Like, I think even for Venti, we still only have one story quest for him. We don't have another story quest. So that's also kind of weird. When the Cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as a princess of Khaenri'ah, was preparing to do my part to fight back with all my might. Okay. But then this girl, Deirdith, she found me. Bro, why did they freeze her like that? The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. What? I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber? Wait, what? We've been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere, and then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. Wait, what? How did she have... Bro, I'm confused. So she had the key, showed it to... I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again, but Khaenri'ah was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I choose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. Okay, so she went to see us. But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secured to your person. Is this... No. The game is definitely far from over. There is way too many questions like that we have needed to be answered. Yeah, we are nowhere close to the game being finished. This, I think, if anything, this Archon Quest is literally stirring the pot for more questions that we have. Like, it answered some stuff, but this has like ballooned into, I have like so many more questions about this game. She basically betrayed Khaenri'ah. Yeah, basically it sounds like, so she betrayed Khaenri'ah to help her sibling. But she found us in the hibernation chamber with the key. So I guess somehow, are timelines overlapping or something? 3 keys existed simultaneously in that... Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why would there be 3 keys? And how would what happened now impact what happened back then? Like, I am... Well, boy. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we are right now. An intersection in our memories? Intersection. Ad hitting soon? Oh, geez. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. Can I pause that ad? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I can't. I'm so sorry. Let me know when the ad is over and we will continue. My, wow. So, we're at an intersection in our memories right now? So, is this real life or are we just in our heads? Like, what is going? I need some lore. I need somebody who does deep dive into lore to explain this Archon Quest to me. Because, like, there is a lot, like, happening right here. I am just, like, I'm, like, overly whelmed. There are ads in this. Yes, so, friend, I'm actually streaming at 2 different places. I'm streaming on the YouTube side. YouTube doesn't have ads, from my understanding, but I believe on the Twitch side, Twitch does have ads. Yeah, so that's kind of why. That's kind of why on the YouTube side you guys are good, but Twitch side does kind of get ads like I think a couple times an hour or something like that. So yeah, YouTube is the way. Trying to find it. Gotcha. This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So basically, it's happening in a small window of time that the god of time, Istaroth, has allowed at least this convo. Interesting. So Istaroth is the one that allowed this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Wait. My actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Deirdre succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Conria really been revived? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Conria are complete. She put them on a shirt. She did. For real, bro. She said... Oh my goodness. I'd always thought the Teyvat's ley lines were locked by the Heavenly Principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. Okay. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. Right. Natlan is different. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Wow. Either way, I don't think they could have done anything to stop it. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, that's true, because, like, with one person being there, they still had a lot of powerful warriors and stuff in Natlan. Bro, they had Sertology there. Like, they had some very powerful people there. And, like, the other, like, sinners as well. So, like, and they still lost. So, unless the sibling is, like, that strong, then... yeah, I think the fate would have been the same, and who's to say the sibling wouldn't have gotten killed in the events as well? Like, there's a lot to consider there too. Yeah, dude, it sounds like there's going to be a patch for a resurrected Conria. So I wonder then, because in the game like layout, right, in the original trailer, I think Conria is one of the places, like the last stop. So the Conria we're going to go to, I wonder if it's going to be the revived Conria after Snezhnaya, which is pretty much going to be like 2-3 years from now. We have Nodcry. I don't know how long Nodcry is going to be. Maybe a whole year. Then maybe we're going to get to Snezhnaya. And then maybe we'll get to Conria? So 3 years? Maybe? Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. Interesting. Okay. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Interesting. So she got the permission of the Lord of the Night. Using an Teyvat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based on the Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan space-time? That superimposition is what allowed you to endure to cross paths. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So at some point, we saw the Hilichurl, but then at some point it also, like, that must have been activated, and that must have been what is allowing this to happen now. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Why? After that, the new Conria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. I wonder if we get new element for the revived Conria, like the siblings revive. So it would be Snezhnaya, then the God's World after Conria somehow. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get like some crazy like elements or something time reverted. Like, I don't know. There's like a lot to fill in here. There's a lot. So it'd be Snezhnaya, then the God's World after that Conria. Yeah. Oh yeah, Celestia. But I forgot. We also have Celestia at some point in that as well. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of a New World? What? I have not done Skirk's story yet. No. That'll definitely have to be next on the docket, for sure. Wait. The Atlas of the New World? So this is New Conria in a capsule. What? This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Bro, what? Where is she going to host this? Is it really just because of guilt? When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. Oh. It was only after I'd served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. Interesting. So, what? Your memories were erased? But recovering old memories didn't simply erase a part of my life I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. I keep thinking about that door. Really big door for some reason. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. Okay. More importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. What? Wait, so she wants to go to the heavenly principles with the might of the entire world, aka Conria. So Conria probably is the only world because they're the ones that the heavenly principles literally rain war upon. Interesting. Isn't that the same? Isn't that the same constructs of the trailer? The beginning of Genshin? Wait, I don't know why, but I have a suspicion the sibling would make the revived Conria behind the door to Karma and Sumeru. Yo. The door in Sumeru. I low-key think Sumeru has to be the place. Like, no, where is that door? Wait, are you gonna have to tell me or show me where that door is? I'm definitely gonna have to go look for that before we get off here. I know you always want to change a fate. We both do, but this time I won't let you succeed. Wait. So are we not? I won't let you succeed. So we're pretty much at war with our sibling. I cannot miss a chance to reunite with you 500 years in the past, no matter what. So she leaves the key. You have to find it yourself? Oh, snap. Is it really? Oh, wow. Oh, he's not voiced. Just doesn't sound like you at all. Lumine, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? It's not actually located in the map. It's only ever been about us. Goodbye. We will begin anew at the end of your journey. Bro, what? Oh, wow. Huh.
Our hero is back. Everyone's been waiting for you.
Bro, they didn't even realize what happened. Natlin is completely oblivious to what just happened, bro. Oh, what?
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt.
It wasn't even...
Oh, and Mr. Dainsleif's, of course.
Like, it wasn't even... We need to talk to the Lord of the Night. Like,
What's wrong? You look upset.
your man is defeated. He is straight defeated.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world.
Wow.
Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
Yeah, I need some time to take... Bro, I'm with you, dude. I need to take some... Take this in. Sit lolly. Hey, yo. Your girl is wild.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister?
Oh, she... Okay, hold
I
on.
spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now. And
Huh? You met your sister?
We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty
He
bad
looks
right now.
defeated, man.
But let's go over everything later, alright?
Imagine Paimon just yelling, "Traveler, traveler, where are you?" And then suddenly, yeah, but actually, that's probably what happened. Traveler, traveler, poof.
what your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too.
I'm confused though. Why would the Lord of the Night allow her to do that?
But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually
Yeah.
chose to allow it.
Bro, like, what? Unless... I wonder... Capitano, right, is fused with Lord of the Night. Is it because Capitano also desires Conria to be reborn? Like, would that influence the Lord of the Night's decision? Because technically, like, his immortality is what's sustaining the Lord of the Night, from my understanding. But, like, is his will still alive, right? Is the will of Capitano still, like, cognitive and merge with the Lord of the Night to where, like, that decision would be made? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe probably it's like a copium theory, but
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated.
yeah, that's because I'm like, initially I feel like the Lord of the Night without Capitano would not have made that decision. But with Capitano fused, or merged, I think that that had a big pull.
During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain.
Oh, okay, here we go, here we go.
Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else.
Okay.
So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines.
Okay.
She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Interesting. You know what's wild? The whole Natlan crisis. So what we're saying here, the whole Natlan crisis could have been technically avoided or have been preserved by the Loom of Fate, I guess?
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got
Yeah,
no idea what's going on either.
I am kind of lost
With that
myself.
in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan.
Interesting, okay.
However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
Oh, I wonder if they had her weave an atlas for Natlan. Maybe that makes sense. She had her, maybe the condition was weave an atlas for Natlan. I don't want you to move, bro. It sounds like they're gonna battle at some point. I feel like they're gonna have a showdown.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
I believe
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
she probably had her form a whole atlas, or maybe she had her weave in Natlan into that. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to understand how that would work.
All right, well, let's not overthink this for now.
Either way, we change
We
everything.
just
Yeah,
won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
bro. Imagine getting the other sibling as a boss fight. Bro, I think it's actually possible. What if, plot twist, the other sibling is like... Well, no, I guess that wouldn't be... That theory wouldn't hold. I was going to say, what if the other sibling is like the unknown god? But, like, no. That doesn't make sense, because we were both there.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So, don't you agree, Traveler?
I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Varessa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
There's somewhere else I want to go first. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, bro. I think they don't understand the fact that the battle was just like... It's not even a real battle.
Leave him be.
It wouldn't happen. Oh, not it wouldn't happen.
This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Facts.
Traveler?
Traveler is highly disturbed. Traveler is like... Oh, we gotta go back to that cave. Okay. Let us go all the way back to the cave. Yeah, to see what happened at this cave, bro. Like... What is going down in this cave? I guess I should probably grab one of these, Oh, I can't go up, man. Oh, we can't run up. Dang, that's unfortunate. I hate that people got Skirk when I already lost. You lost 2 times? Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. My Skirk pulls were very, I got very lucky. Me and 10 Prima Gems against the world for real? Oh no. Yeah, my pulls were very lucky. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get this lucky again. In Genshin. Everything is still here. Like, everything happened. That's the wild thing. Everything did happen. As far as Trow is concerned. He experienced it. Wait, this man is on a whole, like... Drowning in a myriad of thoughts. Clasping your hand. Ready? Yes, yeah. I'm ready to find the door. Oh, the quest just ends right there? Oh. Yo, it literally ends on the biggest cliffhanger. We're in the cave. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. What? Why that type of cliffhanger? That's wild. Yes, I am ready to find this door, though. Bro, I know. Like... Alright, let's go ahead. We're gonna say version 5.7 cave. We're just gonna note this here so I can have an idea what to come back to. Oh, yes. I forgot. Because I do have link stuff on. I never figured out, there should be a way to request a link. I never figured that out, though. Send it to me in, if you can, Discord, and then, yeah, that might be the best way. My skirk currently in 160 primos. Yo, Kachin, that luck is wild. One pull, skirk comes home. Sent it, bet. Let me see if I can open Discord. Is Discord open for me? Open still open. No, Discord is not open. Actually, let me go and open stuff here. Let's open up Discord. Oh, okay, here's a video. Bet. Let me copy that. Let me put this here. You're gonna hate me. I don't have that area unlocked at all. That is the one part of Sumeru that I did not explore. So this is gonna be hilarious. That's legit the one part of Sumeru I have not explored at all. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, that's why I don't know about the door. I probably need to spend some time exploring that area then, clearly. Because, like, oh my goodness. There's probably so many quests I have to do there. Yeah, I never even saw the door. I was like, when you said door, I'm like, what is that? So yeah, my skirk currently, for those that want to see, she is a 75, 227. She is 24, 71 attack. I'd say all in all, I think my skirk build isn't bad. I wish I had more crit damage, but not terrible. Using the signature weapon for her. I mean, a crit damage is increased. She does get the crit damage bump of 40%, so that's not bad. So I still get some more crit damage out of the weapon. So for artifacts, I am using the Finale of the Deep Galleries on her. This is my flower. I think I got a pretty good flower, all things considered here. I wish I had like attack percent subs, but can't complain. That good C0R1. Yeah, man, C0R1 skirk. Yes. This is the plume. Honestly, plume isn't bad. Pretty balanced ratio. Got some attack percent in there. I want a better sands for sure. I have this sands, but it's slightly worse. So we're rocking this one. They're literally almost the same. It's kind of funny. This is the sands. I do want to improve that. The goblet, I'm actually using an attack percent goblet since I'm running her with Farina. I do have a cryo goblet, but the stats aren't as good. Like, I'd lose a lot of crit rate, like 10% crit rate, so I figure I can use this. And then this is my circlet. I wish I had not energy recharge, but I mean, like, honestly, that's probably gonna be the best I'd get, unless I got more rolls into like crit rate, you know? But yeah, server, I am on NA currently. I am on North America. The NA server. Yeah, unfortunately, this is what this map looks like. And so, yeah, if I'm supposed to go underground here, I'm cooked. Because, yeah, I haven't even done the quest for this yet. Like, this is not even green. This is still much gray ratio. Oh, the ratio for my skirk? I can go back. Oh, not that area? Wait, it's a different area? It's lower? Wait. Maybe I do have it. Hold on, hold on. Just kidding. Tungi Hollow? Wait, it's not this area? Wait, no, I think it is this area. I think it is. That's what the vista of the video you sent me. Us by Mount... Where is Mount? Damuga? Oh, I have the teleport spot? Wait. Mount? Oh, here. Oh, is it this one? Just the corridor and serum, but oh, we're on different servers. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Second above, is it this one? It's that one? Okay. My bad. I looked at the video you sent. I guess it had it start at that one. Okay. Interesting. Follow the video? Okay, bet. I'm gonna follow the video here.
Where do we come from? And where are we going?
Ratio. My bad. Chris is asking for a ratio. So my ratio for my skirk is 75 to 27 currently. But then with cryo resonance, it's like 90. And then with her weapon, the crit damage gets like 267. So I think all in all, it's not a bad ratio. I wish I could get like 300% crit damage on her. Like that would be like incredible, but I don't think I can get there. I would need, for me to get that, I would need higher rolls of crit damage on the goblet and the sands. I think that the plume and the flower are probably pretty decent. I would need probably better rolls here and here. And honestly, this is to me really good. So yeah, man, I like it. I'm for the ratio. I definitely like it. So it's weird because in the video has me starting like here somewhere. Oh wait, it wants me to start like 230 CD. Yeah, I think the 230 CD would look good. And I think technically, I kind of get that with her weapon passive. An Asian with English as a second language. I feel like I don't belong in the Asia server. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Hey man, you could try to use, I don't know if a VPN would work from there to get you better ping on the NA server. You could try it and see. But anyway, I'm gonna try to follow this video and see what happens here. How does this get? Yeah, I don't think I have it unlocked. Hold on. Am I? I've been playing since 2020. Oh my goodness. No, you're good, Shine. You're good. I don't know what I have to do to even unlock the stuff over here. I'm gonna teleport here to see. I'm curious, like how hard this would be to unlock that area. Explore, just explore. Okay. You'll find it, trust me. Okay. What is this? There's a lot of things I don't even know like what they are in here. What is this? There must be some mechanic I do not have here. Sora. Hello, Sora. Sora. I do not know who you are. Hold on. Is Sora, are you in the stream? Transform. Transform? It's a world quest? Wait, how do I transform? I cannot I have not done this area at all. Let me see if I can find the world quest then. It's a buddy you have to pick up. Oh. These strange intriguing questions. It's in the gadget. You know what's wild? I don't even have...
The abyss is like the world.
Look at general media. Do I have this gadget? I think I do. Yo. Let's check the Discord. Let's check the Discord. Skirk. A 74. Oh, wow. 11-11. Not bad on the cryo damage goblet. That's a pretty even ratio there. Versus the attack goblet. Dude, that's wild because I literally have an attack goblet that almost has the exact crit rate, crit damage ratio you have. That's why I think I went attack instead. Jeez, 87-219. I kind of wonder what I wonder where my Skirk ranks actually. Oh, you have a Constellation 3 Skirk though. Interesting. I'll have to check that on Enkanomiya to see where my Skirk ranks. It looks like a pet. Gotcha. Yeah, I do not have it then. I'm sorry, guys. C2? Oh, wow.
And it will never perish.
Jeez, that's a really good ratio. Your ratio is higher than mine, dude. So I might just leave the stream to play action. Dude, yeah, man. If you want to play some NA server, let me know. We'll have to kind of get connected. I want to check Enka. Yes, the skill up is nice as well. I'm going to enter my UID real quick. I don't know if this has my data synced over or not. I'm going to see if I can copy my UID real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling. I'm kind of curious to see if it will... Is my Skirk like top 10 or something? Let's see. Is it, or it's not Enka, it's a different, it's not Enka, it's a different one, right? It is, open Akasha, there we go. Oh, Akasha doesn't have the updated data. Oh, no. Just in case. Interesting. Yeah, Akasha doesn't have my updated data. How do I sync? Oh, last update 32 days ago. That is why. Oh, it hasn't been a week yet. Okay. Interesting. Oh, no, it just... Okay, I did the refresh and it just now is showing Skirk. Yeah, let me join. If you're on, yeah, let me see if I can hop into your world shine and take a look. Because I'm gonna have to do some quests here to unlock this. Friends. Where is my skirk in the realm of it doesn't show here though. This is weird. I don't know where my skirk is in the land of rankings, I guess. That's weird. Okay, well, here we are. There is a door. Oh wait, did I lose you? Oh wait. Oh wow, we gotta like parkour, seriously. I probably should bring Kinich for this so I don't like die. I'd probably also jump too low. Let's see. Alright, let me get my stamina back. I'll be up there in a second. Ah. Probably should take some stamina food. Dude, how did people find this? We're like, that's what I'm curious. How did people know to look for this? Use the teleport. Oh wait, oops. Wait, what? Wait, use the teleport? Wait, where is this teleport you speak of? Oh, my bad. Oh, wow. This is here. Oh, I could see because it is technically... Okay. This would make a lot of sense. If this... I mean, this door looks like it is... would go to something kind of like... pretty important. The symbol... Honestly, the symbol also kind of looks like it could be Conrian? Huh. So this has been here the whole time? Wow. That is a ginormous door. I wonder how she's going to find that she can host it here. So this, I've actually just finished the Archon Quest, but Shine was showing me where this door is. And there's nothing. That makes sense. They're probably the game data isn't there. Yo, Void, what's going on, man? My Skirk build. My Skirk build is currently, so her ratio is 75 to 27. Her attack, we got 2471 attack. And we're using her signature weapon. Artifacts, Finale of the Deep Galleries as well. These are kind of a look at them if you want to see. I'd say Flower pretty decent. 1028 for crit rate. 2110 crit damage crit rate. Some attack in there is also nice. My Sands needs to be better. My Sands is kind of on the lower end. I was thinking about using the dust to reshape it, but I kind of would rather reshape something that has like attack percent. I don't know. Like I feel like reshaping this is kind of like meh. Burst? That's actually a good question. I just know that everything dies. Everything dies instantly. I just see lots of numbers and everything just is dead. Oh right, Sands can't have attack percent. You're right. My bad. My brain didn't even like register that. So yeah, because the Sands is attack percent. So this might be something worth re-rolling. Like I have this. So if or I could re-roll this one, right? Maybe I re-roll this one. as like a test since they're literally the same. So if it's bad, I still have this one. And the HP percent isn't bad to have. I'm using an attack percent goblet because of the ratio. Crit damage crit rate ratio is like this. 136k a hit with burst. That probably sounds about right. Cam, what did we do? It was the Abyss Lector in the quest, I think. Or I think I also did something in the domain. And then this is the headpiece as well. We can probably... I can do some artifact domain run, actually. Because I do want to try to get a better Sans if I can. If I can find one before using the reshape. I could be imagining those numbers, but it seems close. No, I think you're right. I think I do remember seeing some like 130 something about per tick on the burst hit. We can try it though. I'm going to go back in and do some artifact farming, actually. I'm going to give it a try. We do know. Thank you so much for showing me this.
Where do we come from? And where are we going?
The new endgame. Actually, yes, dude, the new endgame comes in like a couple days, like Wednesday, right? We have like Sunday, Monday. It's like 4 days, I think. New endgame in about 4 days is legit. Dude, Skirk's design is so good. Oh, 101? Oh my goodness, that is some high crit rate void. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. Without her Sig, yeah, that crit would be overcapped. I guess you could always try to get more crit damage. It also depends on like what your artifacts are too. Jeez. Oh, with the Marchuse Hunter. So you might benefit from not doing, not running Marchuse Hunter, right? You could probably run a different artifact. Well, I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm down. I'll run. I have about like 5. Yeah, I have 5 condensed, so I'm down to definitely run the artifact domain with you for some Skirk artifacts to see if we see if we get anything. I am down. I also wouldn't mind a better headpiece that had like higher crit rate. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, thank you for showing me the door. I'm definitely going to try to unlock the area. Now that you mentioned that, and me looking at my own map, I'm like, yeah, I probably should definitely finish out the rest of that.
Shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Oh, the substats. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing, right? To definitely go with the set that has the better substats. Like, at the end of the day, the better substats will win out. So, that makes sense. That makes sense. Is it the Conria door? Supposedly, man, that probably is the door. It would make sense, but it could be for something else, too. But, I mean, in my mind, it makes sense. We are on NA, North America. NA server. Free for the flex on the stream. Gotcha. We'll see if we can. Oh man. Boom, boom, boom. I also feel like rotation wise, I do need to like get better at rotations with her. Because I like am in between her burst playstyle and her whatchamacallit, burst playstyle versus normal attack playstyle. Oh, I guess we'll probably be
Strike a pose! Off to the freezer! Fearless.
The pinnacle of excellence! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Oh, we did not get that. Ouch. Yikes. So I think it's because, so part of that, the damage is going to be lower. I think because a Escoffier res shred will be lower with a non like cryo hydro team, and then I think Skirk also gets like some type of bonus from the full on hydro cryo as well, I believe.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Let's see if we get anything good. That's an attack percent goblet there. I'll hold this. Not bad. Nope. No good. But still, like, I mean, even then, still pretty strong. We can skip the animation. Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. I forgot we could skip the whole animation. They added that. Yes. We're doing review? Not really doing reviews, no. We're actually just finishing up some domain runs here. Hey. I can take a glance at it. I don't consider myself like a master builder by any means, but I'll definitely take a look if you want me to. Animal Goblet. Actually, not bad. We'll lock that. Interesting. After dummies. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll do that right before I head to bed here.
Frosting.
103. A. Boom. Anything good? Nope. Huh. Does anybody know, has anybody calculated how many times her bursts tick though? Like when she attacks? 2 more? Yep. Yeah. How many times does her burst tick for that amount of damage? I'll see if I can count it this time. Like 7 hits? Oh my goodness. Wow. 5 times? Let's see, this is max. That was probably kind of on the lower. Let's see. A dark mode skirt. Yo. It's hard to tell, but even then, with that many instances of damage, yeah, that's a lot of damage to be hitting. HP and we'll hold that flower. Yeah, we'll hold that. Even though I don't think I'm going to get a better flower than the one I have at the moment. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we'll have to check it out on her burst to see like. Yeah, I'll check out her burst to see how many ticks of damage that is supposed to be. Because, yeah, if it ticks, like... I mean... Nothing good there. That's a decent Sands, though. Oh, really? If I ever get Varessa, that could be good. Yeah, man, I'm down to do one more. I might just use a, resin. Remove the Benny. Yeah. The we're doing a co-op here, just doing some testing. But even with Benny, it's interesting. Technically, even with Benny, I think I was still seeing a max of like 103. So, not bad. 95, 93. Hey. Alright, we'll do 90. Yeah, about like 93, about I think like 93k or so on that one. I might just use the Frauder resin here. Nothing good there, nothing good there. Nah, not too good here. I guess we have a lot to Strongbox if we do want to. Yeah, probably not getting the red shred there. Yeah, same. I am out as well. I probably won't claim, well, I'll probably claim one more. I think I have like 4 more resin left. I may hop back in. Oh, you're out. Oh, gotcha. Yikes. No, you're good, man. You're good. Thank you for letting me hop in your world, for showing me the door, man. I appreciate it. I will have to definitely take some time to explore that area and get that world quest done, because I'm clearly missing out on a lot just by not having that done. I think I've been very fortunate that there's not been many characters I've leveled that have had to use the boss materials from the Inquisitive Baptist. That's probably also why I've not done it. Is probably just I've not had a need to do that.
Where
Interesting
do we come
that.
from? And where are we going?
Yes, let's read her burst and see where she's at here. So her burst, interestingly enough, 7-phase flash. Yeah, man, we are dual streaming it up at the moment. Double time. So it says 7-phase flash. I would assume 7 times. If it's literally named 7-phase slash. Does it say? Square on the versus not reliant. Next side. Times 5. Okay, so it's times 5. 5 times. But I mean, honestly, she can dish out that amount of damage like pretty quick. So I mean, if I am hitting like 130k and like times it by 5, I mean, my forehead looks majestic. I have never heard that, but thank you for liking my forehead. Oh geez, I appreciate it. Oh geez. I'm going to go ahead and test something. Sean, I'm going to hop out of your world, man. Thank you so much for letting me join. I am going to hop out. Yes, Akash, let's take a look at your build. Let me see your UID, and we will take a look. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. We will take a look-sees here. I do want to run that domain one more time. Actually... just to take a look. Okay. We have the UID. Copy text. Copy. Message copied. Oof. Let me go back to the start here. I'm going to share the screen here, guys. Bear with me 1 second to see if I can actually go back. Okay. Doesn't appear right because I cannot type correctly. What did I just do? There we go. Okay, start with Skirk and Varessa. Gotcha. All right, let me go ahead and see if I can change the scene here. All right, bear with me 1 second. We're going to change Chrome window to the Akasha system. Boom. All right, let's take a look and see. Can I make this bigger on your guys' end? I think I can, actually. No, I can't. I can only make it wider because it covers the bottom. That's all good. Alright. Let us see. Let us see. Had to clip that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, we can take a look at yours as well. I'm going to head to bed here soon, guys, so I'll take a look at... Oh, it won't load? Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your... We said Skirk first and then Varessa. Updated 12 days ago. Am I on Akasha? I am on Akasha. Why is this not... Do I need a refresh? Okay, there we go. Interesting. Did that. Okie dokie. Here we go. So your Skirk, you have C0. Is it C0R1 Skirk that we are seeing? No, sorry, you are, yeah. C0 R1, the Azure Light, signature weapon. All right, you are using the Finale of the Deep Galleries, similar, same to me. Stat ratio looks good, man. 56-223 looks good because if you're in a cryo team, you're getting cryo resonance. So that's like 15%. So you're already at 71 just by having cryo resonance, which is good. Yes, I'm gonna have to do Skirk's story next time for sure. That'll be the next thing we have to do. Azure Light, I believe, gives you attack will be further increased by 20%, crit damage by 40%. Yeah, so when you have 0 energy, you're also getting 40% more crit damage, so you're already getting 263. So we have a similar, I'd say similar in our build. For your flower, so yeah, definitely the flower, I'd say, is something you can look to upgrade because the energy recharge here is probably, it's like a dead stat to Skirk because she doesn't really get much out of that. It also could be worth taking her to 90 to get the additional crit damage. It's like a couple crit damage, but couldn't hurt to take her to 90 to kind of get max attack and all that kind of stuff. ER goes per... Dude, yeah. So I would say take out the ER and probably look to get a flower that doesn't have ER, and hopefully you can get a balance of getting some higher crit damage in there as well. But again, like the ratio you have isn't bad, right? At this point, it's just like fine tuning. Your feather has a lot of crit damage. Oh my goodness. 38 7.8 with some attack percent HP is crazy. I wish I had a plume this crazy, dude. That is really, really good. I am definitely jelly of that plume. Jeez. That is crazy good. 38 7.8. Then you also have the off piece as the sands. So I think it depends. I think it depends on cryo damage goblet. So I'm actually doing the same thing. I'm actually running an attack percent goblet for mine on my Skirk, just because I'm running her with Farina, so she kind of is gonna already get elemental damage buff. But also the substats on my cryo goblet versus the attack percent goblet. The attack percent goblet is better, so I'm kind of using it because it has better subs as well. So Sans isn't bad, right? But Sans also is, honestly, your Sans is pretty even in the ratio. I was gonna say you could try to optimize it, but like the 12.4 40 or 14 is pretty good. Here. Attack percent goblet, I do see that. I feel the struggle because I'm missing Cry Goblet. So not bad here though. Like you still got the 15% crit damage. I mean, if you wanted to, you could get for something that has some crit rate. because I mean she's gonna get a lot of crit rate in her build. Being cryo gives her that 15%, but the closer you get to 100 will be better, just because it'll be more consistent crits. And then the headpiece is crit damage with crit rate 7.8, and attack percentage here not bad at all either. No man, I think all in all, like this is not bad, and you have room to grow. Like this is a really solid build, I think. And you still have a lot of room to improve with that, right? Like definitely getting your crit rate higher will be good because it'll mean it can utilize the crit damage more consistently. Man, that plume though, I am like in awe of this plume right here. But yeah, definitely a better flower will be good. And like they were saying, a better goblet as well will help with either being cry damage or even a better attack percent goblet will help you just to get more like crit damage and more crit rate along the way too. But all in all, not bad, man. I like it. It's a good build. It's a good build for sure. I'm with it. Thank you for sharing, man. Appreciate it. Could be a beast. Yeah, dude, signature weapon is a pretty big thing for her to have. Like not obviously not like the end of the world if you don't, but the built-in stat bumps it gives you, the attack percent, the crit damage, the further attack percent increase is also like it's pretty good. So all in all, pretty good. And you said Varessa was the other one you wanted to look at? Varessa's a character I don't have, so I'm gonna say I might not be the best one to give a Varessa build guide. But we'll just look at her sub. Ooh, nice. If you're free, can you check my build? Yeah, man, drop your UID, and I'll take a look here before I head to bed. I'm heading to bed soon because it's almost 2 a.m. for me. This is akasha.cv, so it lets you kind of take in, I think, the characters that are set to your profile, I think, but then there's a way to also like load this data in here as well. I think there's a way to also like load the data intentionally of your characters. I don't know how to do that. There's probably videos on how to do it though. But yeah, Varessa looking good though, man. Just looking at the stats here. Oh, it's 11:24. Oh, gotcha. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it is late for me. Jeez. So Widsith, R5 Widsith, not bad, dude. It's a good amount of crit damage you can get from that. And honestly, the buffs I think are pretty relevant for her, right? So the attack percent will help her. Elemental damage definitely will help her. And depending on if you're doing like an overloaded, then the elemental mastery can also help her. So I think this, whatever the buff is, will help her. So Widsith, definitely good. Dude, nice with the nice flower. 22, 7.4, 9.9. Those are all like stats that she would need. So that's pretty good. Geez, again, dude, your luck on the plumes is wild. I need your luck, man, when it comes to plumes. 29.5, 7.4. Jeez, man. That is really, really good. And then, okay, I can see the, I can see the sands. So I guess if there's anything to improve, it would probably be the sands. But the sands isn't bad, right? You have some decent crit rate on it. You still have some crit damage. Flat attack and defense. I guess you have the two subs that kind of like killed that though. Not bad on the and it's in. Okay, the off-piece electro goblet. Gotcha. 10.1, 12.4. And then crit damage with some crit rate 9.3. So all in all, this is not bad, man. 68, 244. Not bad. And again, you have a lot of room to grow because, like we're saying here, definitely this. You could probably look for a sands and even a sands for sure, and probably a headpiece but those are hard because you already have the crit damage, and so it's just like more crit rate. So that's like hard to gauge. But no, I think all in all, this is a really solid build as well. If anything, I'd say push for like, you're pretty close to 70, right? So getting like a refresh can definitely get possibly just more crit rate to utilize the crit damage. I wonder if, I don't know for Varessa, if energy recharge impacts her, because I know with her rotations, you kind of want to use like the not full on burst. You want to use like the half full quick one. I don't know if energy recharge impacts that. I don't know how much ER she needs ideally for that plunge attack, of that enhanced burst plunge attack. So that could be something to consider as well. Maybe trying to get more ER for her. I don't know if like 120 would be ideal, but you are running her with another electric C6. Jeez, that's pretty good. Ilya, I apologize. I do not know the language. There might be a language barrier there. I apologize. But yeah, no. I think this is good. Akash, I really think this is good. This is not bad at all, man. I think this is solid. I don't have a Voressa, so I'm probably not the best one to judge the Voressa on. But yeah, I'd say probably ER could be something you might want to work on. But again, with a double Electro team, there is, I believe, resonance that helps with that. So you might be fine, right? But if you feel like you're struggling with getting your burst back on the rotation, you might want to consider getting like maybe a little bit more ER, like 120, 125 if you can. Might be enough there. But yeah, man, not bad. Void, let us go ahead and check your Skirk as well. Yeah, man, no problem. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was helpful to some degree. Let us check Skirk here. Let me go refresh to make sure I have the most up-to-date stuff here. Okay, we got the C0 Skirk with Finale of the Deep, which is a very solid option as well. Very, very solid option. On the Marachuse Hunter. All right. So this is the first Marachuse Hunter I am seeing. Giverell Getis. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So Marachuse. So the ratio is really good because that crit rate automatically is going to bump up to like, yeah, like 36%. So you're at like 86, 210. So that is really good. Finale of the Deep. I forget. When using elemental skill, 12% attack. Gotcha. Once every 10 seconds, then Bond of Life stuff doesn't apply, but still good. Interesting. So you're leaning into the skill play style, the normal attack play style, the enhanced normal attacks, based on the talents I'm seeing here. So interesting. That makes sense based on what you're using here, because the increased charge attack, normal attack damage there. Gotcha. Alrighty. So we're looking at the flower, 21 3.5. With some solid attack percent here. Very nice, very nice. The plume, man, everybody's plumes are so good. I feel like my plumes are struggling. Like I have a decent plume. I'm like, bro, I'm seeing like such balanced plumes. I'm like, man, this is so nice. 14.8 crit damage, but you also have the 12.8 crit rate. That's a very balanced plume. And again, some attack percent. Your attack stat is very solid, man. Like, especially with the Finale has a decent base attack, but even with the attack percent here, still really good. Alrighty. Yo, Mr. Udux, hello. Welcome in. What is your question? 10.1 on the crit rate. 10.9, so a very kind of balanced piece here. Mugi, I know you. Oh boy. Jeez. Where do you know me from? Oh jeez. So again, like balanced stats though on the sands is nice. Like I think the sands, if anything, just what I'm looking at, you could probably get more stats, right? The sands probably has more room to grow. So you could always look to definitely replace the sands. I would say even with your flower, right? Your flower, you might be able to forgo some of this attack percent if you get a flower that might give you, if you want more crit rate, right? You could do that, right? Or even scale into more crit damage, because your crit rate stat, honestly, in this set is, I think, pretty solid, right? With 36%, you're at 86. So you could also stand to try to get a little more crit damage out of maybe the flower if you wanted to. Probably same, I think, would go for the sands if you get something that maybe you could bolster a little more crit damage there. But again, like it's a balance. Like that's the key, right? Uh, with I forgot about cryo res. I forgot about that. Yes, you're right. I forgot cryo res. Yeah, instantly sends you over that. So yeah, in that case, man, I think you could, if you wanted to tweak your build, I think that's something you could do. You could look at possibly getting more crit damage on some of your pieces. Like I think for your sands here, you could probably look into a piece that might have more crit damage and less crit rate, and still be okay. I think same could go for your let's see, using crit damage headpiece, so that is set there. The goblet, probably similar situation, right? You could probably get a goblet that if you find another off piece, has a bit more crit damage. So probably like maximize the damage you're outputting with the attack you have. So, but yeah, man, again, this is a very solid build because it's a balance. I think that's the key about character building, is that as long as you're not scaling too heavy, like as long as you're not like 20% crit rate and like 300% crit damage, like it's great for screenshotting high damage, but it's very inconsistent. So in the grand scheme of things, you end up like falling off. So this is a very good case where it's very balanced, right? So I just say tweaking it to get like a little bit more crit damage, and you could probably pull back on the crit rate is probably my thought there. But no, man, this is good. The attack is good. It's solid. You avoided energy recharge as well, which is insane because like it's for some reason I feel like ER wants to just come on all these pieces for Skirk. So that is funny. But yes, man, no, that is good. Yume Mizuki. Alrighty, let us take a look at your build here. And let us hop back over to the Akasha system. Let's take a look. Oops, if I could type this here. Nox is alive. Alrighty. Yume Mizuki, were we looking at your Skirk as well? Let us see. Let's take a look at your Skirk. Ah, nice. So we are at Calamity of Ishu. Yes, I've been curious about the Calamity of Ishu Skirk builds as well. I feel like they should be pretty good. So we have a R5 Calamity of Ishu. Oh. God, not Genshin. Oh no. Yo, Joker, what's going on, man? Yeah, man, we were playing some Genshin. We just wrapped up the Archon Quest, man. It was really good. So Nox, you have a level 70 Skirk with level 70 Claim of Ishu. So interesting, because you definitely have more room to grow in like some of the subs you'll get just from leveling her up. But yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see. You are using looks like a two-piece. So two-piece Blizzard Strayer, two-piece Finale to get the cryo damage from both. Okay, interesting. Gotcha. So full scale to cryo damage. I would say when you can, it would probably be worth. Genshin will go up, man. Oh no, you're good, man. You're good. We have a lot of Genshin enjoyers here in the chat. We're kind of looking at some of our character builds. Mr. Udix, your wander is 3%. Why? Yeah, man. Let's take a look at your wander here. I mean, top 3% is really good, dude. So it sounds like you probably have a really good build for the set you're using. I'm assuming is probably why you're in the top 3%. But yeah, let us see here though. Let's check out Yume Mizuki's Skirk. So yeah, I'd say this is probably a good place to start, right? Because obviously you want to start somewhere with the artifacts you have to utilize Skirk. So you probably definitely want to eventually look at using a either the Finale of the Deep or the set we have here. My brain is blanking. I apologize, guys, for lacking the set names here. It is like 2 a.m. so I am like struggling to remember things. But yes, the Fontaine set here, if you're running here with Farina. But Marchuse Hunter, yes, thank you, Void, for that. My brain was not remembering. I was completely like drawing a blank. Marchuse Hunter, yes. So yeah, either Finale or Marchuse Hunter is going to be the good set to scale into whenever you like can get a full set, because I understand artifact building in Genshin is frustrating because sometimes getting those pieces is hard. But it looks like You're using a Finale of the Deep Galleries Sands. This one is 9.314. So not bad, man. That's like not bad. I feel like a lot of the sands have been around like that range. I haven't seen like a crazy sands. But again, that's a very balanced piece, right? To have the 14, almost 10% crit rate is nice. Then we look at the goblet here, or cryo goblet. And it is 2.7 in the crit rate. We have 19.4, and we have some nice attack percent here. So not bad. Genshin vibes to ruin my brain. No, you're good, Joke. You're good. You're good. You're good. I completely understand. You are good. So I would say for the goblet, right, there's definitely room to grow with this, because so you're not running Marchuse Hunter. So your crit rate in this case with Cryo Resonance would be 60%. So not bad. But definitely if you want to probably get more crit rate, if you're not going to run Marchuse Hunter, say if you're going to run like Finale, you are going to probably want to get more crit rate in some of these substats here. Looking at the headpiece, we have crit damage, 6.6 crit rate, some attack percent in there. Oh, I forgot. Ishu gives crit. You're right. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, for the normal charge attack by 16%. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. So in that case, with the Cryo Resonance at 15 and then the Ishu giving you 16, so you're at 76. Okay, so yeah, so never mind. So your crit rate is good there as it stands. So then if that's the case with your crit rate being pretty good there, with everything considered, it's kind of just going to be min-maxing, kind of trying to maximize a set. And I think also trying to scale into a set, kind of transitioning into a set that's going to benefit you. It sounds like if you were to get Marchuse Hunter, I think you'd be overcapping on crit. Am I right in thinking that? I think you'd overcap on crit rate. Yeah. You'd have like 106 or something like that. So if you wanted to use Marchuse Hunter, you definitely want to scale back on the crit rate and get more crit damage. I think that's one thing you probably could look to get is more crit damage in your artifact builds, depending on the set that you get. If you're going to do Finale, this is a pretty good crit rate with that weapon. Oh, but one piece is missing. Okay, gotcha. Right, and that makes sense, because I do see here you have this, you have the sands, you have the goblet here. So I would say if you're missing one piece from that, and if you're not running Farina, right? If you don't have Farina, then it definitely makes sense to look at the Finale of the Deep Galleries. But I think this is a very, very good... I think it's a good place to start. And obviously, with the Skirk being level 70, right? You're going to get a bit more crit damage just by leveling her as well. So that'll help you out in that department. Obviously, if you level like your Ishu, that'll give you more attack as well. Because the other thing you do want to look at is having your attack at about 2,000 or so. So I do wonder, does Ishu also give... Ishu does increase the normal and charge attack by 40%. But I think having that on top of like 2k attack is going to be good. So I would also try to look for getting Ishu up to 90 would help. And then possibly if you can try to look for some attack percent substats. Because I do see you do have it on this goblet here. Again, you do have it on the headpiece here. But I think leveling Skirk and leveling the weapon will inherently just help your attack scale to be better. But all in all, not bad, man. This is a good place for a level 70 Skirk. And she probably still does a decent amount of damage, I would imagine. Like, all things considered. So, this is not bad. No, thank you for sharing, man. Appreciate it. I saw somebody else drop it. I think Givriel Geddes. You were looking at Farina. Let's check Farina here real quick as well. And then Mr. Udix will also check your 2000% attack isn't enough. Well, I would interesting 2000 because So what is the ideal? I thought the ideal attack for Skirk would be 2000. No, I'll have to look. I don't know. That's probably I could be lowballing that there because I do know for me I have like about 24 on my Skirk, like 24 something. But then it's also, that's I think without the buff of the weapon as well. Or it could be with buff, I don't know. I'll have to check to see where I'm at, if that's with or without the buff. My bad, guys. I am all over the place here. But let me check this one. Alright, we'll do one more. Potato patatas. So I think you wanted me to look at your Farina? Your Farina. Let me see. Are we... Refresh cooldown. Okay. Hello, Dark Knight. Welcome in. I don't mind the weapon. Okay, you did say don't mind the weapon. I was looking at that like, huh? So for your Farina, so Farina pretty much is going to scale. She's like a sub DPS that wants a lot of HP percent as well. 5% without knowing. Oh wow, geez, yeah, no, that's good. So for your Farina is level 80. So talents, I would say inherently, even without looking at the stats, you're definitely going to want to get her skill and burst up more. So she's level 80. You can, I think, get them if just by being level 80 to like 8, and that will add a lot of damage. It also helps her buffing, I believe, when her the more that the burst goes up as well for fanfare stacks. So that's something I would look into. For Farina, I would also want to say you want to ascend her and take her to 90 because like it's more HP as well, more stats there. So I would say you want to take her to 90 if you have the resources to do it, or at least ascend her. If you don't level her, I would ascend it to get like the ascension bump at least. But yeah, definitely for talents, I would level up, focus on your skill and your burst. If you find it using her more in like, I don't know which one I would say if you can level them both at the same time, because they're both pretty important. Both skill and burst are pretty important for Farina. So I would say definitely work on leveling those up. Yes, definitely the pipe. The pipe can be something good. If you have like Favonia's sword, you know, that can be good as well for the energy recharge, because she is going to want energy recharge. So again, look at your substats. So ER is something I believe Farina is also going to want, because you do want to be able to use her burst through the rotation as well for fanfare. Looking at this, yes, so the flower, she also wants to do some sub DPS. So it's weird. Farina is an interesting character because you want a lot of HP, but you also want the crit rate and crit damage as well for her to do some damage as well. So I would say flower, I would look at and try to get something that's got like some HP percent, some energy recharge, some crit rate, crit damage would be some good stats to have for Farina, because her HP is also kind of on the lower end here. Looking at the plume, I'd say same case, energy recharge, you can get more ER, HP, crit rate, crit damage. Those are kind of more the subs you want to look for her. The sands. So I think for the sands, you're going to want an HP percent sands as well, not attack percent. You're in the right set. Like, you're in the right set, which is good. But definitely want to be in an HP percent sands instead of the attack percent, because that's going to ultimately help her deal more. So when we look at her, let me see here. Does this give us the scalings? So the damage, right? So all of the damage is scaling off of when you look at her skill max HP. So even if you have high attack, the attack necessarily isn't having higher HP is what's going to help most of the damage coming from her talents, from her skill. So instead of focusing on the attack, I would definitely focus more into having HP in the substats. But yeah, definitely here, the sands, you're going to want an HP percent sands. It looks like you have an HP percent sands here, or a goblet here. HP goblet here with some crit rate, crit damage. So not bad here. It looks like you might be able to enhance this one further just by looking at what this is at to get more subs. So this isn't inherently a bad piece, honestly. Not bad. Yeah, definitely run HP percent here, HP percent there. And then for the headpiece, looks like it is attack percent. You're probably going to want something of crit rate or crit damage, I would say. If you could do that as well. Instead of the attack percent. Because again, like, or HP, right? I mean, you couldn't go wrong with HP percent. That would help her with her damage if you don't have a crit rate, crit damage piece. HP percent will definitely be better than the attack percent for her, for sure. So yeah, man, I would say for your build, you're in the right set, but you just want to focus in, I think, on more changing your sands to an HP percent sands that has like some crit rate, crit damage, and energy recharge as substats. That's going to be helpful here. And then for your plume and flower, it's kind of similar thing. You're going to want some crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and some HP if you can swing that. But definitely, I'd say the two, crit rate, crit damage, and ER are going to be like the top three you want to look for your flower and plume. Attack percent really isn't going to be what'll help Farina. So that would be my thought process there for this. Definitely my thought process there. Let me see. So Mizuki, I'm gonna check. There's a couple other people. I'm gonna check Mr. Udex here. Or sorry. I'm gonna check Mr. Udex and Dark Knight. Udex, you did ask about your Farina and your Wanderer. So we're going to check that. And then Dark Knight, we'll check yours as well. I do need to get to bed here, guys. It is like 2:20. So we'll do these last couple, and then I am going to head to bed. I apologize. Alrighty. Vane. Time is gold. If you want my time, give me gold. Yo. Let's do a refresh here just to be on the safe side. Alright, so we're checking Wanderer, who's top 3%. Interesting. So C0, Widsith, Wander, and let us see here. Top 3%. I mean, top 3% honestly is really good, man. I wish my Wander was top 3%. Jeez, this crit rate ratio is beautiful. I wish I could get something like this on my Wander. Holy moly. Okay. So you've got 27.2, 3.5. Honestly, like, your stats are like really balanced. All the way around, I think. All things considered, pretty balanced. All right. The plume. 19.4, 5.4. And then 6.2, 21. 11.1, 11.3. And then crit rate with the 22. Wow, 22 crit damage is nice. Pretty nice with some ER there. All right. Top 3%. Tulitu's Remembrance. And you're on his signature set, Desert Pavilion. I'm trying to see. Your ratio is really good. 84-206 is really, really good. If you want to get, I guess, very nitpicky, because we saw some plumes earlier, like some of these skirt plumes, for instance, were having like 30-something% crit damage and like still having like 3.9% crit rate or something like that. So it could be I'm looking at the plume. I think the plume you can get higher stats for. Just by looking at this, I think you can get more crit damage and probably about the same crit rate, or even maybe a roll or so more in crit rate. I don't know. But I think the plume is something I would look at to see if you get a better plume for sure. The flower is tricky. The flower is really, really good. I don't necessarily think I would worry too much about your flower. Unless, again, you're going to get super nitpicky, but I think rolling a higher flower, you might be able to get a roll more into crit damage, but like, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much on the flower. I think the plume is going to be what you're going to want more stats in. You can get more stats out of for sure. So plume, your sands, your sands is honestly pretty good as well. Sands is pretty good. Your Animo Goblet, I mean, it's a very balanced ratio in your Animo Goblet. So I think that your Animo Goblet, honestly, all things considered, is pretty good. Like, again, if you're gonna get into the nitty gritty, like you maybe could min-max it and maybe get slightly higher, but it's not going to be, I think, that big of a difference because of the way the rolls went. Pretty even here. I would say the plume. Plume is definitely a piece I see that you could probably change. Take a nap. You look tired. Dude, I am tired. It is like 2:24 a.m. I need to go to bed. I need to get some sleep. But I'm here for you guys. I'm here as long as I can hold out, but I am getting getting to that place. Your headpiece, I think, is pretty good. I mean, like 22.5% crit damage with this. It doesn't reflect it in the crit value, which is weird, but like, honestly, this is solid. So I would say plume and possibly the goblet, right? I think the goblet you might be able to squeeze out more. I'd say plume and goblet are the two that you should take a look at. I mean, it makes sense because that's like looking even at the value. Because I think Akasha does probably weigh pretty heavily like your value in there as well. Right, like CV versus the roll value, I think is what it's going to take into consideration. Not so much the crit value. Like, you know, crit value, honestly pretty good. But yeah, I would say plume and then goblet potentially would be my suggestion there. And then you'd mentioned your Farina is using an R5 pipe, top 5%. HP is 38, pretty good. Pretty good crit energy recharge here. Crit rate, damage. See if we can get better one. It's hard to get better pieces with a better sub. Yeah, man, that's the hard thing. Although, now what we can do, if you have another piece you want to test, right, we do have the rerollers now, the substat modifiers. So I'd say as you build those up and you get pieces you want to test those on, it could be worth trying to use those as well. But yeah, I agree. I think the plume is probably the only thing that you really could get with this. With your previous character we looked at there. Whoops, not do that. Don't want to do the thing there. Yikes. Yep, with your Wanderer. But yeah, man, that's a pretty solid Wanderer. I'm jealous of that crit rate to crit value ratio. All right, we are looking at Farina now. Farina has some nice HP, crit rate, crit damage looking good with the Fleuve of Sandre Ferryman, very good. Elemental skill crit rate 16%. And you get the energy recharge. So again, yeah, that's solid. That's pretty good. Pretty good here. 20.2 to 9.3. Only thing for the flower you could do better. If you wanted to be nitpicky about it, you could try to get something with like either an energy recharge roll or like HP. But like honestly, flower's not bad. It's like pretty good. For the plume, yep, plume is really good, man. You got a balance of 14% crit rate, 14% crit damage. New sub, by the way. Yo, Mitsuri, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the sub. Thank you. For the sands, yeah, I'm gonna head to bed here soon because I am tired. I am. 7 to 13. So I think the sands, right, could be improved with a better ratio of crit rate to crit damage for sure, and maybe some ER in the back end of it couldn't hurt as well. HP percent here. Pretty good crit rate to crit damage here, almost a 2 to 1 crit rate to crit damage. So that's good. Crit damage headpiece, and we got HP, nice. Crit rate here. And we got some ER. I think all in all, this is a pretty balanced piece. So I think for you, on the Farina, definitely a better HP Sans. And you could possibly look at a better Hydro Goblet. But it's hard, right? Because they're not bad. Like I wouldn't go out of your way to like feel like you have to replace this. I would say it's definitely the sands. The sands would be the thing you want to look to replace out of all of these. A better HP percent sands would be the way to go, I would think. But alrighty, guys. Last thing I do is Dark Knight, and then we are gonna head to bed, guys. It is it is that time. I'm gonna check Dark Knights, and then I am gonna head to sleep because it is literally about to strike 2:30. And so, oh my goodness. Alrighty. Xavion, we were checking your Farina and Skirk, whether to focus on HP or crit. Okay. Let's see here. Yo, no problem, Udex. Of course, no problem. Glad. Hopefully anything I said was insightful. I hope it was insightful and helpful. 25 minutes ago, we'll hit a quick refresh there. We're checking out Skirk and Farina. All right, let's check out Skirk. Oh, okay. Skirk is using the Splendor of Tranquil Waters. So right off the... I would see if you have another weapon to put on Skirk. I feel like Farina really wants... If you have Farina, right, I would definitely want to give Farina her weapon Dark Knight. So that's something I would definitely change off the rip. I would see if you could get... I mean, I know you have the pipe on Farina, but if you have another weapon, you could even technically use a... Give you many happiness. Oh, thank you, Mr. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Akasha should give Skirk a rank for sure. Let's see. Let's check the substats though. I see why. Since she has an R5 pipe though, I can see why that is given there. So we are using a Marchuse Hunter. 21, 7.4, 11, 13. So I think your Plume, that is a really good balance ratio. Really good balance ratio there. Pretty balanced in the flower. In the... With 2 unforgiving. Oh no, I'm sorry. Do you have... I'm curious, do you have like another 4-star by chance? Do you have like the battle pass weapon like the Wolffang? Because the Wolffang actually would be good on her. Like I know the Splendor of Tranquil Waters does give a really good crit damage bump, but I think based on your substats, you might be able to still get a decent amount of crit damage out of that without the Tranquil Waters. Because I think it's such a big stat for Farina to have as well. Like the HP benefits Farina a lot, the elemental damage. I guess, well, Equipping characters max HP will be increased at 14. Yeah, it's so tailor-made for Farina, right? That it's almost like, oh man, it makes sense to put that on Farina. But I would say if you have that, like if you have another 4-star, you got Ishu. Okay, Ishu is not bad. Ishu is actually a good weapon to put on her as well. You do have to run a shielder. But if you have like a Layla, you could do that. If you got Dahlia, you could do that. Diona could do that as well. Signature and this stats. But yeah, Ishu is definitely not bad at all. Ishu is a very, very viable option because it has really good a really good passive in it. So Ishu good. Ishu not bad at R5. But I would change your headpiece. So I would actually do a crit damage headpiece because your March, you say, is going to give you like literally what your headpiece would give you. That's even more, 36%. So you could honestly get more crit damage. I mean, if you're going to use Splendor or Canonical, you could still get more crit damage. So you get like 300% crit damage. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you necessarily need Splendor of Tranquil Waters on her. Crit damage headpiece would help getting the crit damage there. Although, that's a nice ratio there. But yo, Farina, for instance, actually, this might be good on your Farina. Literally, I would take this headpiece and I would take the Splendor and put both of these on Farina. Because you literally, you have crit rate, you have, I mean, HP percent and energy recharge here. Like, I think yeah, this would be so good as like an off piece for Farina if you need like an off piece. That'll actually be a really good off piece for her. I'm kind of curious to check your Farina now as well to see what is she running here? Yo, welcome back, friend. Hello. Oh, I see. Yeah, if you put Splendor on her, she would get the crit damage you would get from this piece, and then, I mean, if you could use this as an off piece, and then get like, oh, I see. This is actually pretty good sands here. Haran would be pretty good as well. If you have a Haran. Do you have a Haran? Did anybody in your team have a Haran? Yes, we did see the door to Calria. We did. We were able to see it. But yeah, man. Yeah, Dark. I think this is interesting. If I was you, if I was in your account, I would think to definitely swap the Splendor back to Farina. And oh, it's the only decent HP sense. Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. I would at least swap Splendor back to her. Maybe if you have a crit rate headpiece, you could try that. In this set, I would try that. If not, and say you eventually got like a better HP percent in this set, I would honestly put this on your Farina because the subs are really good. It's decent crit damage. You have some HP and ER. It's absolutely cooked. Oh no. Oh geez. You're good, man. Attack percent, same thing I did. So I think the goblet has some improving you can do. If you found like a cryo goblet or a better attack percent goblet, that will help you as well. Same with the sands. I think sands you have some room to grow. It's like not bad, definitely decent ratio, but definitely some room to grow with the sands there as well. And plume is pretty balanced, and I'd say flower is pretty good as well. So all in all, they're not bad, right? I think this is not bad. I think there's just some tweaking that has to be done. I would say Splendor on Farina, because you'll get more out of your Farina, and then put Ishu on Skirk. And make sure you run a shielder with her. I just gave up. Oh no. No, you're good, man. You're good. I think it can be done. You have like you're right there to be able to like hash all this out. So yeah, Splendor to Farina. And then I would probably just go back to the artifact grind and look to replace your attack percent goblet here with either a better attack percent or a better cryo goblet that has like a higher crit damage to crit rate ratio. I honestly would also run a crit damage headpiece here instead, since you're on Marachuse Hunter. I would run a crit damage headpiece as well, if you have one to run here. So those are the couple things that I would do. Those are the changes I would make. Better Goblet, swap the headpiece to be crit damage, put on Calamity of Ishu, and then work towards getting a better Sands eventually. And I think you'll be in pretty good shape there. I think you'll find that doing those things will help you, I think, get Skirt to the place you want her to be at. But yeah, man, all in all, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah. And I mean, for your Farina, like once she gets... So we have ER 45. I do see that this does give a pretty decent bit of ER for you. But this, you have a pretty good plume with ER. Flower, pretty good. This is an HP that has some there. Hydro Goblet. Interesting. Yes, so you do have to use UID. A good age. Yeah, definitely look for an HP Sands if you can. I wouldn't go out of your way to craft it if, you know, you could definitely try to strongbox it. Because those things are hard to come by, man. So I wouldn't use them on there if you have to. I think it'd be easy to farm one or even try to like strongbox one too. Yo, welcome back, Prince. Welcome. But guys, I am gonna call the night here. It is beyond 2:30. It is 2:39 for me, man. It is quite late. But man, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for letting me take a look at your characters as well. We'll have to do this again some more. We'll be back with some Genshin. If not tomorrow, well, it is technically tomorrow, probably Monday. But man, no, seriously, thank you guys so much for the support and for watching and hanging out. It is a pleasure. Second thoughts on her artifacts. Yes, so friend, definitely drop me your UID. I'll probably have to look at it in the next stream though, because for me, I'm gonna get ready to head to bed. But no, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so very much. It has been a fun, amazing stream. We got to see the story quest. We got to look at some pretty cool character builds, and the hype for Genshin is real. So I am very excited. But good night, guys. I will catch you in the next one. The Gyros, thank you so much for hanging out. Oh my goodness, it is like super late for you too. So thank you for staying for the whole stream. Yes. Next stream, remind me and we will take a look. But alrighty, guys, take care. See ya. Ooh.